Spectre. You know, KRX love those Spectres right now. That is a lot of damage there that PTC is going to walk
PTC
through.
duelist.
Goes down to 77 with just 3 shields left. So not the ideal start there for the IGL. And as the Oru, it's kind of up and down. I liked what the desk was talking about where they said he needs to improve on the sniping. I think that's, especially again when we go over that defender side, going to be a big deal.
Last time that he played this against RQ, yeah, I believe actually Kadoom did a little bit better on the ops, more so than PTC, but at least on the attacking side right now, just looking for different ways to approach the sites. You mentioned space earlier on, Clinton, and I mean, if KRX just continues to let them in and play a lot of these turtle positions, and the trades aren't there for Sharper, it makes things incredibly tough. So slowing things down a lot this time around.
Yeah, and this is Sharper just looking for KRX to show something different than what they've given so far. And, you know, looking for that aggressive push out. Instead, you know, KRX has done a really nice job here hedging their bets. They should be able to do some damage, but that's a quick clear onto the clone.
What a shot. He doesn't get out.
Holds it down fast lane, but instantly with the trades. PTC though with the
yeah,
intent
that's a
to
little
through middle and now the shutdown at the mouth of A-Long as well. Just an absolute shutdown and no chance for Sharper to break through. KRX pick up bonus.
And that's a ton of guns picked up. The economy here for KRX going to be absolutely thriving. Hey, you only lose 1 player there, you scoop up 3 rifles at least. That's crazy good work. And I love the confidence here from Freeing with the delayed push with only 56 HP. And this is what got me scared for Sharper, is they didn't really have any info on the map. Like, they played this as a hard read that KRX was going to try something aggressive early in the round. Because that doesn't happen, you're going to get the really early timeout. I think already you need to talk about what you're seeing as the coach. The defensive formations and how KRX is playing this.
Yeah, round 4 timeout, but you know, it's fair. It feels as, I mean, you mentioned them having a great read, and I feel like that's what the coaching staff of KRX have as well, knowing that it's going to be this sort of heavy mid-rounding kind of approach. So as long as they have players like Freeing, for example, pushed up all the way towards A-Long, you know, make sure that if Sharper are to try to pivot off to another part of the map, it's going to cost them. And that's what happened in that last round, you know. I mean, even with PTC trying to lurk through towards middle, it's just multiple lanes of the map always being locked down. If not by the Cypher trips, it's going to be a player.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what you need to be doing. So I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's going to be really tough against those defaults that KRX is running for Sharper until they start working the map a little bit more proactive in the early parts of the round, I think.
That's it. They are still going to try with triple stingers this time around. We'll listen in towards Sharper and see how they want to piece this map together.
Okay, we're live. We're live. So, looks like garage take with no C long. Oh, damn. The comms are loud. Nice force. Trades in their favor. Planning for long. Bro, these are some hectic ass comms. Trade. Saw the last player. Picked up a gun. Oh, NT. NT.
Oh, it was a damn good try with the stingers. They got the spike down as well, but the shock dart did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, it's a really nice attempt.
What's up,
here.
Warlord
Again,
Ultimate?
changing the pace. You can see the coach wanted to call for something a little bit different in this round. Just slamming in through there, getting the identification off of the Sova util to open this up. Even though HYUNMIN's able to punch back.
It's good for us. Just couldn't win the last one.
Initially, even a man advantage.
I think you're pretty happy.
But that shock dart was the great equalizer.
No,
there.
I wish it was me playing.
You're seeing a change up in the positioning for the Cypher util. Look at where Young.
Right now we're watching VCT competitive Valorant.
Earlier of identification if they are going to make those garage hits. Freeing gonna be able to dodge.
Dodges our dart.
Just to hold the line down towards A as well. I mean, that's a very big core part of Sharper's.
It's crazy seeing HYUNMIN on the
So it's going to be difficult
Yoru.
for PTC if he's trying to find a way out of this position, unless he goes with the gate crash, which is
On
not
Haven,
in
out
play
of all
right now.
places.
Yeah, he hasn't set it up. So
Hey, appreciate it.
he's kind of sticking around here.
Appreciate the
Now he will
sub. Yeah.
Okay.
I
have
do
his
stay
escape
up
valve,
late
just
to watch these games.
wondering if there was going to be some kind of crunch, but Freeing might have a decent idea of this potentially. I could see the gate crash already heading over for HYUNMIN. B setups.
B hit.
Back to it. It's not the first time they've tried to go for this, and Mako just
Mako's ready.
collapses onto them with the paranoia. The Phantom kills now. Niz gets on top of him, but at what cost? 3
I
players
think
have gone
SP
down
might be a
already.
little bit nervous.
Spike plant in, last to try and support. Only 1 nanoswarm available to his name, so just gonna toss it down for a quick post-plant hold, but free.
Man advantage towards
outside of the lobby.
KRX. They're gonna have to retake with the knot.
Still a hope here for Sharper.
I think
Got deep
Freeing
post-plant
should be able to
positions.
pick up a gun.
Have to be quick on it though. Good news is that there are no smokes.
Ooh, what a good
KRX,
stun.
But this relay bolt last tries to get ahead of the defuse, but it's blocked off by the fast
Oh,
lane.
KRX are just too good.
Freeing springs for the kills.
KRX
and it's
are just too
5-0
good.
so far.
I mean, KRX has just really good reads, but even better plays in this case. It's Mako. Throws a great paranoia.
I
Slides
appreciate
right
the
over
sub,
the
by the
side.
way.
That's exactly where
Didn't
PTC
catch
ends
that.
up, and then that Hunter's Fury.
We're trying
right
to get
on
to
top of him.
200.
Unbothered, unfettered, in his lane. Mako
Right now,
gets
I
3.
think the
Is a
stream
nice moment here to get on top.
subs isn't
Nobody really
updating.
none the wiser until it's too late, but this is a great timing on that fast lane. That relay bolt as well locks one of the players in, so they have the dart first that scans the front, so they know that's open. You can use the relay bolt there.
But I see
lock
it.
off
I
another
see
part of
it.
And there you go, Freeing gets the opener.
That's just a try with that kind of from the shadows TP play.
Yeah,
but
sometimes
this
I
is now
stay up to
completely
like 3,
befuddled
4-ish,
Sharper. They have to
depending on the
look for
game.
other options. It feels like several rounds now they've ended up
For
on
this
B-site just
stream,
because
I
they
might
see
just
it
stay up
blocked
for
off. They're gonna try C this
till
time.
5 a.m.
And there's an early warning here for KRX. They had the cam cleared, so they're going to be somewhat aware. Are they just going to be ready for HYUNMIN's position? Good patience, good trigger discipline.
Oh, he's not ready.
Oh no, wanting to clear the trip for something else instead though.
The bro's lurking on your.
Separate off angle that continues to chop Sharper down at the bit. They are down 2 to 5.
Oh my
Make
god.
that last one.
Oh,
Freeing's
almost got a
just gonna
third.
repeat again and again. Having his time in the spotlight now, just allowing for Bane to build up onto another ultimate as well. This is unstoppable KRX.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And the worst part about this for Sharper in some ways is they don't know yet what that Cypher setup is over on C because it doesn't get cleared. Maybe he knows where one of those trips is. He doesn't know where the other is.
Oh, it updated. Cool.
And
Yeah, I
it's-
appreciate the sub.
It's starting to get concerning. I mean, Freeing just free and easy. And like you said earlier, man, if you can lock down those extremities with the way that KRX has been, and in particular Freeing, forget it. Sharper's just going to be absolutely.
We are now
up a creek
13
without a
subs
paddle.
away from the goal.
And they don't
Let's
even clear that trip.
go.
Okay, well, it's at least dimensional drift for some forward scouting this time around, trying to get the spams through the smoke. But dude, just look at how Yong
Where's
plays
PTC?
ahead of Long.
Where's PTC?
3 kills down. Not
Okay.
able to take down PTC though. Still a chance. And
Somehow
Ophinia
it's a
tries to get the
2v2.
spike quickly delivered over.
Yes,
Still
this is
concerned
live.
About Garage, but unaware of the flank. that
This is
starting to get
located
pulled
in
up from
Korea.
behind.
That's why I'm up at 1 a.m.
Crosshairs
watching
terrain
this.
Towards the spike plant. Will spot him out. And now it's time for Bane to try and make
Bro,
a move. No, the gate crash. And
TP
Freeing is just too quick.
to where a
Bane with
player
the final
was.
shot as well, and this win streak just continues going on and on.
I'm starting to worry here for Sharper. Saw some questionable decisions in the middle of this round, especially towards that
7-0.
7-0.
7-0. 7 zilch.
He's got some opportunity. Young holds this nicely. A great paranoia in response from Mako there to set him up for that second. And then the third,
I forgot whose map pick
PTC
it
was
is.
behind the site after his dimensional drift. Good comms. I don't know what that is, PTC.
What a shot.
And Bane holds the line. And this is out of hand. Yeah, PTC a little frustrated with that.
Ooh boy.
They've been so good so
Time
far here.
out.
their chance at Pacific, and this
So
is
far,
I think the weakest we've seen
KRX have been
Sharper
able to
really be.
handle the aggression.
know,
They
it's-
just keep
You know
on
what I feel
fighting,
like?
no matter if it's a
It's kinda
force.
like
I mean,
these little tricks that might have worked against some
Sharper
other challengers,
should
but
be able
KRX
to
is
get a
not
couple
one of
rounds,
those.
especially on
No,
this attack
and
side
I-
with the
I
double
think
duelist.
the
But
really tough part of this is
I think KRX just have the read.
somehow, every year, KRX just makes their run. It's like it's champ time. Termi locks in.
Yep,
Him and Mako are just like, well, we
They're
can't miss it
lifting
this
all
year. We've
off the
gone every
weights.
year so far, and it's so close this year. It's in Shanghai. It's a 2-hour flight away. We're not missing it again. And the desk talked about it, how important this match is for both of these teams in terms of your seedings into the playoffs potentially.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, the game plan here is immaculate from KRX. That's really what this boils down to.
Yeah, right now it definitely is. I kind of just like that it's also a bit more like we're coming full circle to not just, 2023, the start of VCT Pacific as a whole, but we're going way back to like Full Sense versus Vision Strikers.
Yeah, dude. Old school. We're going way back in time.
2021. Mako's
Clear the
still
can.
hungry for his first like international trophy lift.
And you even have some of the old, like, Termi versus MYM stuff.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
dude.
Like, you can get real deep in esports history in this match. That is for sure. Kadum gonna have the hero rifle, one away from an overdrive. I'd like to see him, if he gets that overdrive, just if he has the opportunity to
HYUNMIN
drop the rifle.
ulting, getting some
Fact-finding
info.
Mission. HYUNMIN, oh,
But I don't know why
that's
the
so
stream,
much.
it's
That's
just
so much
like
info.
pure screen tearing.
I was gonna say, I don't think
Okay.
he saw a Pinya. I think he walked right by him.
Greeted for a little bit more. He wanted to get
Saw
towards
each
the back
other.
of Spawn, had the gate crash, but well, that's gone now. So little reprieve for Sharper. We'll see if they can amount this to something else.
Oh, what a
Checking
shot.
the jiggle though, but still the flick from
Trying to
Freya.
run it down.
What the hell was that?
30 seconds
What
left.
is
You almost feel
Sharper
bad for
doing?
Kadum there.
It's like
What
every
is Sharper doing?
attempt that Sharper makes, they're always going to be met with some, cal drops or some trips just to slow them down. So back to the 4v4. They might have rifles now, but they're running out of time. Trying to get the pinch on. They will be able to get the gate crash towards the back of sight.
Oh,
but
he
Yom
got a
still being able to
second
anchor
one.
down. At least the trade is available, and the spike comes in.
Oh boy.
One enemy remaining.
Pete is so far ahead. I thought he was going to hang back and send a recon or something, but no. Full confidence with KRX, and it's down
Bro.
onto Laz now. 2 rounds in the mag, and he's missed the taps. Goes off for the reload, freeing just to skulk around the sides. Both players
Wow,
trying
1
to
HP.
get the sight lines locked in, but freeing just gets the drop instead.
This is perfect.
It's
I gotta use the
KRX,
restroom.
and they are now 8-0.
Yeah, they're just 2 on point right now. Even in a round where I think you're seeing some better macro from Sharper, losing that player early to the off, so devastating. And even though you kind of get one back, yep, he walked right by him. So even when your opponents make a bit of a mistake, PTC, a decent timing on the TP there to actually get that kill after the identification from the util. It's doesn't go good because Young comes up with 2 big ones. He's laughing. He said it was funny.
Having a
Bro.
good time. This is
They
quite
should be.
worrisome for Sharper.
This is like a must-win round for Sharper.
This is off their second timeout as well. Both already spent, but still being locked out. Ooh, okay.
How'd he get away with that?
Kind of just expected freeing to be playing the same exact position again and again, I guess. But
Yeah.
now,
Oh, now he got tagged up. Oh, it's a good
Good
punish.
spacing,
So
yep.
some of these individual plays from KRX not working out. Mako went for a bit of a guess that they were going to leave grass open there. So, strangely enough, Sharper challenges HYUNMIN. They are going to win.
quick with the trade. So all grouped up. It's just this slow, eventual
Young
snowball into the
dies, and
site,
Sharper
just
may
holding
get
it
their
down.
first
Young gets
round.
greeted by a firing squad. At this point now, it's just Bane in a 1v4.
Spike
Well, I'm
planted.
not counting Bane out just yet.
Then Bane's dead.
Okay, now I am.
Bane is dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I will.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, it was going to be pretty impossible. But This is kind of a weird round here. I think
Yeah.
for KRX,
I
like, I'm pretty
believe
annoyed if I'm the coach. because
13-1.
You played this round very differently, which I kind of get because you've kind of been doing the
Bro, they
very
tagged the
similar
Cypher Cam.
style for the most part.
Bro,
so
who has
far.
0 kills?
Freeing finally loses that
Whoever
line
has 0
eight
kills
control
needs to wake up.
for the first time the whole match. So be it.
We're about to see who has 0 kills.
But it's everybody just kind of pushing out, taking those individual fights instead of kind of playing together as a team a little bit, playing you know, like quick reactions to fight for some of these chokes.
Good
They didn't do
flash.
that in that round. Well, you're allowed some of those.
Right,
Oh, Freeing is trigger happy.
At some point, something's bound to shift.
So
this
who
time
was at
around,
0
though, it's gonna be the
kills? I
position
want to
for
know.
Freeing as well.
I want to know.
So no free kill for PTC this time. I do admire the resilience and the fact.
I mean, the crazy
that
thing,
Tanner took
as
over
much
that
as
challenge against
much
Freeing's
as a
offline
stomp
from
as it
before.
is right now, 8-1.
Now trying to start off
It's
with
very possible for Sharper to get
Oh my
something
God.
similar.
Just
3
imagine.
more rounds.
He knows where that drone is launched from.
They have
Crazy. Full on
Ooh,
with the
timing.
split though from Sharper. So
They have Neon
hell-bent
ult,
on breaking it through
and
into the
they
A side. They know that
have-
they will be able to bypass some
They
of
also
the
have
uplines.
KJ
Now with
ult.
the overdrive taking down Bane, but instantly
a
refilling.
little bit of
in with
overheat by
Mako.
Kadum.
Still though, out of the progression smoke, PTC. He's gotten the sidelines
Oh, that
against
might
Free.
peaked. That might
Nicely
peaked.
done. Good chance here.
Okay, you get full info, and they have a lurker in
We've
B.
seen Mako though, so that might
Does he catch the rotate,
kinda make you think
or is he
this
going on the
counter work
timing?
from Laz should
He's
be
going on
very
the
valuable.
timing.
How deep and late he's gonna be.
It's a
coming in.
game of timings.
Starts to make his move off of timing.
Bro, watch him miss.
Off
Watch
picked
him
up
miss.
by Apinya
Watch
as
him
well,
miss.
so just to
He's gonna miss.
mark the exits, have the crossfire set
He's
up.
gonna
for
miss.
Free and Hell. There goes the shot. Just Young left now, and Laz
W
will be the
jinx,
one to
W
strike from
jinx,
behind.
W
Sharper
jinx,
put
right?
2 on the board.
I meant to
now
do
they're
that.
starting to find ways around,
I meant to do that.
able to create some pressure, using that clone
I
to
meant to do that.
give Freeing a tough choice there initially. Kaduma has the ult, gonna put it to very nice use, even though Mako, wow.
Bro,
hits
he
him with
doesn't
the
even see
paranoia
him and
then
gets the
immediately
headshot.
blasts him as he's running past the smoke.
Bro.
But Freeing gets stuck in a weird position because they're able to create pressure through short A. And
All right, calm down.
Yeah,
guys.
bro, hit a
Just
hop
second
shot.
round.
I know.
Oh yeah, I
would
forgot.
not-
I
would
didn't
like to see
check.
a
Who has 0
timeout
kills?
From KRX, to be honest.
Who has
but
0 kills?
It's Termy. Oh no.
Bro,
Don't
shit
really
is so
need it yet.
happen.
Now they're
Shit is
gonna put
happening so
much more
fast.
pressure outside of A. The Hunter's Fury answer back as
Oh, they got the
well.
Neon.
Where he's at, yep.
But
And
they
that's
still have
2 down
KJ
from
ult.
Sharper.
But if KJ dies,
Oh, the
whoa,
timing.
what is going on?
Real.
Bro, checking his cam.
Otherwise, a neat little forward lurk for Laz. Now Apinya holding out the
Now
fight towards
KRX is
lobby as
going.
well. Still though, KRX have the read and the reactions just to get close up. No real pot flash available though,
Oh,
but they
they're
will
flooding
just swing
out.
together.
They're
Lockdown
flooding out.
deployed, but Laz
What?
can't hold.
What?
9 up for KRX.
What?
There you go.
Last round.
I mean,
What?
this is much better in terms of being a little
just
bit patient
happened?
for these retakes. That's where you've been
That
really.
was Kadum.
making your bread
Kadum
and
has
butter.
0 kills. But he
as
got a
KRX
kill on the
is
Neon
grouping
ult.
up and fighting as a squad. Your team fighting has just been better.
Bro was fake
PTC, I'm not sure
cloning.
if he's trying to fake clone there. If he's
What
just
is
assuming
Young
that nobody got
doing?
past him.
What
Either
the
way,
hell is happening in
read.
this round?
Mako with the Guardian. You know, finally the first time we've seen KRX's economy struggle a little. And it won't be for this last round. They're going to have full armor, full rifles. No operator, though.
Flash.
No, they
Stun.
expected that same play to Kadum, but they couldn't get Freeing in time.
Yeah, HYUNMIN just being able
Bro,
to
it's
spoil
been
those advances.
20 minutes.
So back to the drawing board.
And we're
with
about to be in
Sharper. They're
halftime.
Kind of forced to sit around and hold for the time
This
being.
game is gonna end in 30 minutes.
Well, they've been able to catch
Most
KRX a couple rounds.
most
on
maps end in like an hour.
deep pushes that they're making in the early parts of the round, but
They're just going back
This
to
run,
back to back to
Freeing
back
is
to
gonna
back to
just
back
hold
to
the line
back to
for
back to
now.
back to back to
I
back.
think if he can just get one or
Was that 11 back to backs?
leave after all this util, okay, you gotta go. I can't believe they're not challenging
Okay,
this.
they see him.
They want to do it together.
And the
Yes.
op
Okay,
sees them
slow
back.
creep up. That works too.
Right now,
little ambitious
I
from Freeing.
believe
At least it'll be kind of that early
KRX
warning system for KRX.
should still win this
which
round.
incites Bane to reposition. But here comes the mid-rounding again, PTC.
Because the strong site
The funny thing is KRX
isn't
really
C, but they
overreact
can
to
quick
Reed's death.
rotate. They just need to
You
worry
send
about the
Bane,
player in garage.
He's not hearing much,
And
so they're
garage.
gonna maintain this setup they had at the beginning of
Garage.
the round. Now is
Garage.
Yuso getting cleared.
Portal closed.
That's definitely going to be more of a tell. Laz isn't even in a deep enough position to try to find a lurk kill, so down to 10 seconds.
And
trying
they
to get
could
the
flood.
spike
What a
down
flash. Spike
towards
down.
C. They're
They
getting
can literally
punished
just
for it. The
live.
spike's right up behind. Mako is getting more kills, and now
No
Kadum,
time, right?
Laz
No
has to
time,
go
no
and sprint
time,
off, tries to
no
try to get the spike
time,
down. He's
no
run out of time.
time.
Oh my
No
god, even with the
time.
kills, it's not good enough. It's
What
a
are
Red Bull
S-
clutch, and it's one
what
down
are
by
Sharper
the hands of
doing?
Mako.
Yep,
I'll
it's
fix it
so
up.
smart from Mako
You
to
can
just
help
get
with
out of there. He knew the time was going to be a problem. I knew there was another player somewhere else on the map. Oh boy, this one's tough. Great flash here from HYUNMIN.
Bro, I need to see what
Good
chat is
fight
saying.
back. It's just this
Saying
round just
holy
takes so
throw.
damn long. The round just over
Curse.
before PTC can connect.
Halftime.
Why the hell is Yoru lurking?
What a start here for KRX.
No kidding. You know, it also feels like
Why the hell is
like they're
Yoru
anticipating
lurking?
a lot of these plays are mid-round pivots, and that has to be something that, if not for Bane or Mako as like kind of new official IGL, it's something.
Let's
from
see
the
how long
coaching
I
staff
stay up
for sure.
tonight.
And as like a coach watching
3
your team,
a.m.,
watching the game
4
plan work out
a.m.?
exactly how you want it to. You know that John Hamm meme where he's in the club and he's like listening to music? I feel like that's what's going on with KRX.
Yeah, for sure. They're
Like,
chilling.
so satisfying.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think you have to be really happy with your game plan here as KRX with the execution of your players. I mean, a couple rounds where I don't like what I saw in terms of them trying to change things. You know, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I do get why you do end up doing that, because you assume your opponent's going to make adjustments, especially when you're going up against an IGL like PTC. But they still managed to make it work off some individual brilliance in a couple of these rounds, and everybody had their moments.
So how we
on the
doing,
side of
chat?
KRX.
How we doing on this fine night?
Now, I do worry about
How we doing on this
Sharper on
fine
this
night?
defender side. The Killjoy, I don't think nearly as impactful against the Neon
Yeah.
as a Cypher, so I think it makes this defender side harder. Now, I would have assumed that against RRQ as well, but they played pretty well, so let's see if they've got something to say about this.
It is a Neon Yoru, so.
Ooh, what a shot.
Now, but it's just
PTC has been taking a lot of first bloods, and he's only 9 and 10.
Phenomenal awareness there by the youngster. That was tough to read.
And then now for the whole team to start that slow scale.
Entry on C, they're just baiting.
There's no real way for Sharper.
There
to
is
delay
an
the Neon.
insert.
In fact, it's
HYUNMIN
just a
is
fake.
playing,
A bit of a
is having a
recon
PTC
submission,
cosplay.
and then now they're trying to get themselves elsewhere over onto B site. Young
Bruh.
upwards, but Laz able to block off Garage for now.
Oh, Niz.
Niz is
Got
gonna
lit up
die.
there.
Significant damage.
Yep.
A bit of support from Laz. Close
Timing?
by. He's trying to find the right timing,
Whoa,
but
Young?
gets the fourth.
They're gonna spot
And
the
now
last
online
person.
for an ace. The trip right outside.
Ace
blocking
incoming.
Apinya.
They found my
They know he's there now. Mako tucked right underneath.
Bro, they're waiting for him.
Bane will pick
Young
up
gets
the
his
alt
ace.
point too,
3.
and as soon as Apinya pops off over the top window,
No
there
ace.
down
No
he goes.
ace.
Oh
No
my
ace.
god. Well, should be a force buy, you would think, out of Sharper into this round, but my word, Young, what a round here. Just ready for PTC to go on a walkabout. Now good work here from Kadum. That's a tough one to read, because that's as the rest of KRX is pulling back to try to make their loop back towards their spawn. And he reads that there could be a player tucked in still through Garage, that they've given up that space.
Bro, had to
but
take his
it's over
ace.
from there.
No. No.
Insane. Yeah, my
No.
ace. My ace.
No.
Still though, 4 humongous kills. There's, I guess this is kind of a force, you know, Sheriff's Light Shields, it's all they could afford, man.
Couple Spectres in there. So it's a little
No.
scary.
No.
There's a decent chance.
No. No.
KRX maybe wanting to use some of that ranged weapon advantage that they're going to have. So I think Long is going to be, you know, whether that be C or A, would be kind of your ideal landing spot. You know, there's quite a bit of space at the front of sight. Now, if you can clear back, you could try to push through and use the dart to do that.
Lad's
So-
gonna stick close by.
This is really nice work from KRX, being really thoughtful. Even though Sharper is in a good position to potentially punish this,
Yeah, Sharper is forcing, but they don't have a lot of
They're gonna
money.
mark garage as well. It's so difficult for
So
Kaduna or
it's
Laz to get him.
2 sheriffs
Spike planted.
they
A
can realize they're
judge.
pinging that out.
and 2 specters.
One of the more common positions. PTC gonna try to create some pressure though, at least.
Yeah, he just sent the fake clone.
Gotta go.
That's just a free read for Young. Trying to send out the paranoias now. HYUNMIN with a couple of Marshall shots, but here comes Mako here to support. Guardian, a classic to trade back.
As Sharper
Still
need to
not
work
much
some
else. The
miracles.
guns are all pretty much lost. PTC has to shoot the team out of this situation. Smoke set up
Oh.
around the spike. It's desperate, but it could
Oh.
work. The shock dart clears it. Bucky picked up by Young, and this shuts that
Wow.
down. Bing gets the final shot. Always a contingency plan right at the end. KRX will claim map point.
This is extremely well drawn up and thought out by KRX. Even though Sharper had a pretty good ante to this, again, I like the idea here. You've got some Guardians, you've got a Marshal, you've got a Vandal. That means you have a range advantage over anything that isn't the Sheriffs.
That was so
Oh,
close.
Bane, that's the second shock dart kill he's gotten, and both have been incredibly important for KRX. Really nice work from him. And the way he opened up that site too, drone into the recon, cleared a bunch of space.
It's
Standard,
always,
but good.
always when just Sharp.
Just gotta force from this way out. We're literally one round
That's exactly it.
from the most
Those are two
dominant
of the
map
best
from
shock darts you'll
KRX
see.
in a while.
And now they've got a free C site.
How much kills does
Straight
HYUNMIN have?
through. Just a gate crash to clear.
How
all
much
that
kills does
space out
HYUNMIN
with the
have?
Recon as well from Bane. Now he's just firing blind shots just in case. Sharper have rotated by, but
Spike planted.
Why we
watch out for
rotate?
Young as well.
Good stun.
He's gonna start things
Start off with the
Doom
first.
to slide in. Able to clear out
Young
the
with a
site.
lurk.
Everyone's backed off though from KRX. Just marking the positions,
GG.
waiting for them to
GG.
waltz into their crosshairs.
GG. No way
Let
Sharper
go
wins this.
all the rounds.
Oh, here comes Young.
He's on with the Ghost too. Might be looking for a weapon to
Last
upgrade
player
up to.
standing.
No way.
Team
Young
will get all
is the
damage
last
done.
player
Kaduna
alive.
Spins behind, but
No
doesn't mark the right angle.
way.
Young!
What a
Triple
lurk.
kill with the Red Bull clutch.
What a
And
lurk.
KRX closes out the first
Bruh,
map in
imagine
style.
losing your map to
Oh, this
that.
is just amazing stuff.
Imagine
from
losing your
KRX.
map to that. Where's the
If you
Cypher?
doubted them at all,
Oh, he's behind.
I think you may
Round
be
over.
quickly changing your mind after seeing that. Their map pick, sure. This is a map that Sharper are no slouches on.
Imagine that.
That could be
Bruh.
bad news for
In a map,
the last remaining Ascension
in a
team that
game
has
that
not
usually
lost
takes
yet
an
here
hour,
in
it's
Pacific.
only been 27 minutes.
They've made it this far, but they
It's
might
only
just
been
be their
27
first
minutes.
roadblock that could send them down into the lower bracket of play-ins. This was unbelievable. 13-2 paper thin.
We could
And it's
potentially,
always down to
if
these
the second
very
map
narrow,
goes
close,
this way, we
almost
could
clutches,
potentially
and
have
then a
2
shock
maps
dart
in
comes
1
and
hour.
then it's Mako that
In
pops
some
off,
games-
or Young now in the second half.
Have a
Yeah,
map in a
no,
whole
I mean,
hour.
everybody really had some great moments. HYUNMIN, the weakest performer on KRX there, and that's
I wonder
fine.
what
I mean, look,
is
if the rest of the team's popping off and he doesn't need to, you're fine with that as KRX.
what is
They are right as rain, and it's off the back of some brilliant
what is
reads. And
the
again,
what
comes
is the
down to
next
the way
map?
they wanted
That's
to
what
play
I'm
that
gonna look
defender
up.
side was just an absolute nightmare for Sharper, and I think you're giving a really good read here to some of the other teams on how to beat this Sharper squad.
We have
Which is
Haven
a very
Ascent.
scary thought as well.
And
Now you're
Sunset.
thinking about the second map of Ascent. While Sharper has played it a bit, they did come up with some
Let's
triumphant
see
wins,
what
but at the same time,
Sharper-
KRX hasn't really revealed too much about their
I'm gonna
Ascent.
look up
They left it open, so that's another
what do their maps look like
thought to
on
have.
Ascent.
But at the same time, just this mid-rounding, it's starting to get red now. I wonder what the
So they
desk
beat in
read of all of
DFM.
this is.
14-12.
Well, the desk
on
has
Ascent.
split opinions here. One
And then
desker, myself
KRX.
in particular, kind of new. I don't know about our experts.
I-
They call them
KRX.
experts. They call them analysts.
I
but
can't read.
I
Let's see.
don't. I don't know.
Sorry, I assumed Chopper Esports were playing today. They've been replaced by 5 random people off the street. by the looks of
They
it,
have not
from
played
this
a
match, this
set.
was crazy. This is not the Chopper Esports that
That's crazy.
we've come to
They're
love
not
in
playing
the
a set
play-ins.
at
I
all.
feel like they've had fantastic games. I think they've looked so composed so far. This game's just a different beast. I don't know what's happened here
Yeah,
for
this it's going to be a big test here for Sharper. This is where the coaching staff and leaders of the team need to be worth their weight in gold, because KRX, after winning that
KRX
game,
have left
all
it open
sprung out of their
multiple
seat,
times.
fist bump Termi, and they were absolutely like just, you know, swimming across the stage. For Sharper, they were slumped in their seats. They have absolutely been made a fool of here on the Pacific stage,
gonna
and
be
they
a
need to
good
pick
one.
themselves up in
Alright,
very,
in the
very quick
meantime,
turnaround.
I'll
Luckily,
be
it is their map
ready.
pick next. And it's a map that looked pretty decent for them against TFM, who also have picked Ascent and kind of trusted in their Ascent as of late.
Yeah.
But KRX top to bottom, all of them performing very well. I think Marco
stick
had
around.
such a great
It's
read
gonna
there.
be
The
second
game
map
plan
in
from
like
KRX was fantastic, and
minutes.
Sharper had no recourse.
5
I mean, I
minutes.
think HYUNMIN's the only one who's really didn't
And
take
also,
over
if
the
you're
game, but
watching on
there's no
YouTube,
opportunity for him to.
subscribe.
Everyone else is
We're
getting
so
the kills. I
close.
mean,
There's
He's
only so
200.
many kills in the server, mate.
Exactly. He's
200.
fine being rock bottom of the scoreboard here in a 13-2 win. I feel like Sharper just found nothing that whole game. KRX had every single read.
I mean, how do you, if you aspire to be like the great Korean teams, you might need to come in with a different game plan, perhaps coming against KRX today. But you're right. What it looked like was there was no Sharper here.
Well,
So-
I think that's a good point to touch on, because at the end of the day, when you're an underdog team coming from challenges, you've had a month of prep time, you do get a little... We've talked about the prep advantage. Into the opening couple of games, though, once you show what your game plan is, that's where you really look at some of this experienced coaching staff and IGLs of the well-known big-name teams here in Pacific, exactly like KRX, and they know how to break down those game plans. It's why they're always so good in international events, is that they're so adaptable. They come up with these great game plans, and they know how to break down a team's style, and that's exactly what they just did to Sharper.
Yeah, exactly. You have to give your respects to KRX and Termi, and it looks like Termi has like full reign again. This feels much more his style, to be honest. Like there's no more triple duelists and all that stuff going on. But let's talk about PTC. We liked his calling in earlier matches, but today it seemed a little off.
Yeah, I think really got made a fool of by KRX. You see this round, you know, they're trying to, on their anti-bonus, find timings, running through smokes. KRX crack down on it, and they get just such a great start here. $1 million in terms of the economy on defense, just perfection.
And this is another example. They've just walked through a lobby. They haven't used any util to try and cross, so they lose one already. They all rotate back across the scene. Now, normally they love an insert. They love to be able to mid-round, but then PTC just walks up, donates his life. Now, look, they have no map space. They have to come back to a lobby. They can't clear any of this. They can't clear any of this space. I don't understand. I feel like even if you don't have all the guns, this is not the right way to approach it. And there was round after round where I feel like they're just not finding sites. They're not finding space. They're not finding inserts. I feel like they forgot how to play this map, to be honest.
I
8
think,
rounds to be specific.
I mean,
that they
yeah,
couldn't find
part
it.
of it comes down to calling on the Yoru as well, though. When you are the Yoru player and you're the one feeling out the game with the gate crash behind you, you see him walking up C-Long. He's looking for information so that he can mid-round. The rest of the team is not doing anything, sitting in spawn. When you die, the game plan's over. There is no game plan. When you send the boys into A and you dry walk through that top B smoke and there's someone waiting for you and you die, there is no game plan. You're just going to get rolled.
It is really interesting. It worked for them before, having PTC on Yoru, who is their caller, obviously not working so much today.
But that's before they showed it. Now they showed it against RRQ, and KRX watched that game and they went, great.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's do that.
Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But one player that has really stepped up is Freeing. He definitely was thriving in all of this.
Yeah.
On Haven.
I mean, the first half, he just ran away with it. I feel like he was in every position to get the kill. We saw him being the one to bring out the operator and things like that. We saw HYUNMIN try it a little bit in that last outing, but I think Freeing feels very comfortable on it, on the Neon, so they're happy to make that work. And he's just dominating these lines. Every time it felt like Sharper were coming towards him, he was good for one, and he forces them to slow down. Taking a look at even the game he played on Haven against Zeta Division, he was fantastic on this map too. It's clear to see why they're going to pick it if he's always going to be flying like this.
Yeah, I mean, that was the third map decider between them and Zeta Division, and he really just took over the server. He said, we are not losing this game. He's taken that same confidence into this game against Sharper, but he's had a whole lot more help from the rest of KRX. Top to bottom, we were talking about it. I think when you look at the play-in starter, talking about KRX at the start of this desk, top to bottom fragging-wise, they're all very close to each other. And you saw the same thing in this map. Yong and Bane are contributing just as much as the rest of the team. Marco was fragging this game. There's no weak link right now on KRX. You know, if HYUNMIN's your weakest fragger and you're rolling the other team, that is a scary-looking KRX that we were talking about. Concerns about musical chairs with the roster. Who's their fifth player? Oh, this new player they're bringing in is not really performing. It seems like they're starting to crack that formula, and they're looking scarier and scarier as they play more and more games here in play-ins.
Yeah, this is very promising for KRX. And again, if they make it to champs again, I think this is a really good trajectory for the team. Now, Ascent is going to be the second map. You guys have pointed out we haven't seen much of it from KRX in Stage 2.
Not at all. I mean, when we saw this with some players previously, it was Jet Waylay, but that was a long time ago at this point. Nothing for them here in Stage 2. So, Chopper picking this in a way, you don't really know what you're going to get, but I did like their Ascent. They were playing that Sage. You guys know how I feel about the Sage. Big Sage fan. So, I liked what they were doing there. The only thing that scares me is this is a map you've already shown. We just saw what happened in Haven, where Termi just looked at, he downloaded you there. He had you fully read. So, I'm a little bit scared that that could happen again here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this Sage Cypher from them. I was just talking about how I like some of their mid-rounding and their calling on the attacking side. This is their map pick. I'd imagine they're going to have to attack first into KRX, which is something that didn't go well for them in just that last map. So KRX have the prep advantage. They haven't had to show this map. I'm extremely concerned here for Sharper. They're going to need to show some serious resilience, and I need to pick themselves back up, because that's one of those games that can be a little bit demoralizing here on the Pacific stage. They haven't had to go up against this level of adversity yet. I think the other Pacific teams haven't been testing them nearly as much as what KRX just did. So this is where we need to see the resilience from Sharper.
One thing's for sure is that all the challengers teams, though, do have the talent to be here in Pacific. Even if they've been knocked out, we didn't see their full potential. But with Sharper right now, if they can't do the mental reset and remember the hunger they had coming into this could be the end of it. Could be a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hardest they've got slapped. You really have to figure it out. You have to short-term memory it. Also, that is your opponent's map pick. You can come into Ascent feeling it a little bit better, knowing that you've chosen this, knowing that you have a little bit more of a niche comp with that Sage. I think they piloted it very, very well. And even if KRX can prepare for it, it's not something they'll have a lot of reps against. Yeah. So I think there's still room to catch them off guard there.
Yeah, and I think Ascent is not a map that I've associated with KRX for quite a long time. You know, so the fact that this has been left in the veto and it's not something that they have reps on, maybe they will be a little bit rusty. It's up to Sharper to take advantage of that.
Now, you know, had a little bias coming into this today.
I mean, I picked against them. Like I said, I picked against them against RRQ. I picked against them against DFM.
But
They passed the test both
picked
times.
them here to curse them.
Maybe.
How
Maybe
are you
I'm
feeling?
the problem.
Yeah, but how are you feeling now?
Horrible.
Especially with
horrible.
this.
I'm very concerned.
This
Again,
comp.
like, this
Freeing
is the
on the
comp.
Jet.
Yeah, I mean, for KRX, we don't know what they're going to play. It is Phoenix Jet, so that's an interesting one. Freeing on the Jet, I think that we just saw him opping on the Neon, so maybe that's the direction that KRX is moving in. Yong's going to be given comfort on the Cypher there, and he's been playing quite well on that agent. So I think this looks good for KRX. I think Freeing's the big question mark here, but we've seen plenty of HYUNMIN's Phoenix.
I mean, it's a straight-up shot, like, standard comp, but I think for Sharper, like, their comp is built to be able to counter the Phoenix. That's a huge part of why you would want to play Sage. I just worry about the prep. I think if they're going to pick this map again, I want to see them be innovative. I need to see different ideas come into play here, because Termi will have watched and downloaded you. We just saw that in the last map. So I need some creativity from Sharper here.
I want to see how they deal with the op, especially. If Freeing brings out the op on defense, that could be problematic.
Exactly. It's really good you put him on your build dip there. Termi has credited Freeing to be a good chamber, and I'm sure it has to do with the up. We're going to send it back to our casters. We got Quack and Paper Thin. Where's the body?
Where's the body, Clinton?
I'm not saying. All right?
We need to know.
They never found Jimmy Hoffa. They're not finding him, okay?
The FBI are calling you, are bringing your phone.
FBI, open up. I'm sure he's fine. Sadly.
Sadly.
Yeah, too bad. I have big concerns here for Sharper, especially, like, this is gonna sound weird, but this is kind of a must-win pistol for Sharper because of what the desk was just talking about. What I've been thinking about is Freeing, even though it's his first time ever on Jet, like you pointed out to me, which I was shocked by coming into this. If he gets into that op early, then I have big concerns. So you got to prevent that as long as possible. Getting this pistol win would be a good start.
That was always going to be kind of...
Oh my God, that shock dart.
Again, he gets it.
He's just lighting him up.
Now that's the heal of the Sage, but we'll see how much that actually helps, because there's a line available for Young still. Quick on the double. There is a trade, but is it going to be enough?
Young just can't miss today.
We'll see if Bane or HYUNMIN will show us some whiffage. Not at all. Mako moving close by as well. Sharper
Oh, what
will
did I
push
miss?
up to try and clear out
Ring
more positions and
on the
perhaps
Jets?
get the mid-round pivot over onto A's side, but they
Jeez,
have to
man.
walk past a Sheriff on freeing. No chance in hell.
Dude, this is going very, very bad for Sharper. They have to take that fight there. Like, I get why they push freeing in that moment. You've got a 2v1, you know it, because you've seen the other player in boats. You know what's going on there. The problem is everybody on KRX is locked the hell in. I mean, even HYUNMIN here, his crosshair initially not where it needs to be because he's looking up towards market, and he's still able to find one before they're able to take him down with the numbers. With them being aware that he could be there, KRX is just too dialed in, man.
They're fired up. They know that they can get themselves straight through to playoffs, get a bit more prep time, avoid the lower bracket completely. So getting there quick would help them so much as well. I mean,
Yeah,
we
getting a
talked
2-0
about
would
it.
help me so much.
Not only could it be, you know, maybe round 3, round 4 op for freeing, it could also be the run it back for HYUNMIN.
Oh, you're going to have a lot of problems coming into this attacker's side. And to make matters worse, you've already taken a whole bunch of damage in this round. So getting through into a site is going to be that much more difficult. You know that there's going to be a bunch of Spectres, and they might be able to make a meal of some of this.
There's so much info already as well. I mean, that in itself is a delicious meal for KRX. They know it's going to end up on A site.
That's a good point. That's a great point, Quack. This is a good pivot, though. Making a little bit of noise.
Okay.
So the thing is, this is actually pretty interesting. Laz probably heard that drone. They're waiting for the heal to come back up again, and they're going to try another pivot, assuming that KRX had rotated. And they've made a good read, unfortunately for them. There was freeing with the Marshall in the middle.
Oh, and it's just free kills. Free kills, free kills, free kills.
Another, and Young's
Free
already
kills.
backed off. So if there was any hope of picking up a lone Spectre player inside of B main, that is just up and dashes
No, so
now.
we're just playing with
A
them.
bit of damage,
They're not
and
even
that's
taking them
all that
serious.
Sharper got in this round.
Yep. You don't even care much that somebody died there because that's just an Altor. But you don't mind dropping that gun anyway because it was the cheap one. So whatever. I mean, freeing is unbelievable with the snipers, and this is where it gets really, really scary for Sharper because probably not in this round, but in the next one, there's going to be an operator with how he's looked.
I mean, if this is how we're playing as KRX, I can't help but think, you know, winner of this, sure, they get seeded, maybe it's against Global, but KRX versus Gen G, Texture versus Freeing, that could be a fun matchup.
Ooh. Now you got me. Now you got me excited for the playoffs, Quack.
Okay, don't get too upset.
I'm not there yet. We're not there yet. There's still hope for Sharper.
All right. With the full buy this round at least, but they definitely need to work the map so much. Trying to get the
Spotted Mako.
crosshair placement over onto Wine now, but Mako will just
Mako gets out
himself away
safely.
freely.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a
what
nice
a-
little molly too.
Yep.
Kind of recontrols this space, gives Mako another opportunity
Pina is
to
still
try
away
to challenge
from
this angle if he wants, and he does a little,
Sage
but
ult.
can't find the value that he's looking for.
Trying to control the
That's
space.
gonna relayer the smoke.
Sticks close around
They
him
heard the
too.
drop.
It's a great position for his Spectre, but the trade
Trade.
instantly available. And here comes
Hyunmin-
the Paranoia as well. Will
Whoa.
flush HYUNMIN and freeing away. HYUNMIN is the only
Do
one
the-
with the
do the
rifle as well,
smoke?
so
Free got a kill in there.
Through the
to stay
smoke?
alive, but yeah, the spam's through with the Marshall somehow.
Through the
Still
smoke?
just banging on against Sharper.
Oh.
Laz is starting to make a move.
He jumped that trip. Oh, the res is there though. Okay,
Yep.
so Sharper back in this with a shout, especially
Laz
with
on
this
a
backstab.
res.
Gonna have to buy time for it
What
though.
a shot by HYUNMIN.
Can they hold off HYUNMIN? Yes, they can. From right underneath, Apinya does what he does. A bit of pressure off towards the back of door as well, so he starts to pivot back around into hell.
Yep,
Les shows up
and-
just in the nick of time. It's Young in a 1v2. Taps the spike. A swing
just
out off
misses.
the
Just
cage.
misses.
Apinya with a quad in this round.
Just misses.
Well, if you remember when they played this map against DFM, it was Apinya who went absolutely nuclear, and it was the only reason that was a win for Sharper, frankly. I mean, Kadum had a decent map too, but 28
Yeah, at
kills.
least the Sage didn't
for
die. The
Opinia.
Sage dying there, or Mako getting the Sage would have been
Crazy in this round too.
insane.
Huge stuff, and buying, like
And
you
would have
mentioned,
changed the
crucial
round
time
completely.
there for Laz to get that lurk to come to fruition.
Damn.
4K. And
Dude
we've seen that
seems
Sharper
a little bit nervous.
love to get on their feet when they're given the chance. But here's that operator for freeing. This time, Shock Dart not going to find any damage. And look at how much respect they're paying to Mako. They don't want to let him cause problems like he did at the beginning of that last round where he got the drone sender for free.
Absolutely, both Mako and Freeing. Big guns, big angles to hold. Let's have a listen in with KRX.
와인각 조심해야 돼.
그냥 에이스에서 막아봐 일단.
얘네 리콘 50초에 돈다 얘들아.
어차피 뚫루님 약해서 소극적으로 해보자.
얘네 리콘 돌리고 올 것 같아. 나 그때 연막 칠.
이대 드론 하긴.
리콘은 없다야. 쓰는 거 확인했어? 리콘만 잘 깨줘봐.
이대 드론. 힘만 안 맞으면 드론만. 사이드 조심.
나 이제 연막 칠게.
No, they're droning from tiles.
나 이거 언더에서 볼게. 1차 가렸거든. 근데
A오면
이거
무조건 나가줄게.
A3이 저 연막
Calling
일단
out the
지금 못
smoke.
것 같아. A맨 하나 올 때.
Trip is protecting mid.
아 이거 일부러 이거 소리 낸 것 같기도 하다 A맨.
안
이
흔들리면
원에
Well, they've got a pretty good read that this is going to be A. I can hear it in their comms.
Yep. Bam.
The drone info
Ooh.
as well. The smokes, though, at least will
30 seconds
perhaps
left.
give Sharper a bit of space to work off of, but the paranoia just buys up so much time for the whole team to get rotated over as well. So Sharper
Gonna clear
now
the
looking for
ship. Now you have to make
another pivot
KRX a little bit
it's
honest.
going to be perhaps Market freeing in position with the op, still marking the angle too. There's now no time. They have to just commit into the A site. Not much util to work
Yeah,
off
they're
of.
gonna
and
have
so
to try
many
to
guns
stick this
available for
plan.
KRX. Sharper gets
Wow,
into
what
position,
good play.
but the bullets just fly all over the
It is
battlefield. Niz
protected.
tries to buy enough, and he gets it just in the nick of time. The spike plans
How
are down
do
for the
they win
1v3
this?
now. Bane in a position to try to clutch out the round. Drops off into hell, but Niz
XP.
picks up another frag. 2-2. Sharper will tie up.
This is crazy how little time was left on that clock. I thought they had missed the timing. Right here. Mako plays this brilliantly. Then you immediately have to start planning again. I cannot believe that got down in time.
No wonder. That's how they
How much is
lost.
left there? 0.1? 0.1, I think. Something like that. That is bananas. Oh, unbelievable. Well, you got through a really dangerous round, so now
Get out of my way.
feeling pretty good for Sharper.
Hell of a bodyguard.
Bro.
So breaking KRX's economy now,
Bro.
they get to kind of have their choice pick around the map. Gonna pay KRX their due respect though.
So KRX are on Eco now, just all pistols. Oh,
Risky on the swing with
freeing.
the whole team close by and
A little too
available for
far.
trades as well. So that's now
Don't venture yourself out a little too far, young fella.
Yeah, this is a decent attempt, but Sharper, again, when you get aggressive on them, they seem to be ready for it more often than not. And this round, very much pretty well anticipating the Blade Storm kind of flash and dash. Opinia very ready for Mako to be there.
Just the pistol zone. So drone comes in to clear it again. The shock
Oh.
dart. Bane's just been good on it today. And with that
Mako
much
fake
resistance,
TPs.
Sharper not happy with what
gonna
they're
check.
seeing. Will back off.
Once the smoke fades.
Well, you're going to have enough time here for
30 seconds
some
left.
rotation.
Yep.
From the side of
And the
KRX.
last two are gonna bunker
Not
site.
gonna be
Gonna
able to
try
scoop
to
up that gun,
get as
though,
much as
from
they
BTC's
can.
body just yet.
Wow, what a good dart.
Two-player reinforced side. Bane finds a bit of damage.
Time.
Still buys some time away
Time.
from the spike plan. It always comes down
Time.
so close to the wire.
Time.
Both hiding inside a boathouse.
Time.
Kadum with so much work to do. Will swing, pulls out the shorty. It does
No
just
time.
enough damage, but there's no time for the plant any longer.
This just takes too long again. KRX is doing a great job of matching some of these rotations. That's a backbreaker. You're going to give that op back over. I mean, this has got to be really frustrating. It's taking so long, and there's some timely smokes and cyber cages here. And even though you get these kills, Mako was taking his sweet time to get over.
Bro.
He's like, nice, what?
Mako taking a little stroll.
Timer, man.
Being able to afford the op. I mean,
Infinitely sharp knife.
anybody
Always
dies.
wins.
Not being gonna be able to buy.
Oh, he missed.
So missed
By a
and
hair right
survived.
off the top. Sharper with space now.
Yeah, you're
Here.
kind of lucky here, Sharper, frankly. That could have gone a lot worse, and there's even a world where that collapsed. So, you're escaping disaster for now. Do have a couple ults here for HYUNMIN and Young. Niz has that Hunter's Fury, one away from another res as a Pinya. Kadum nearly to the overdrive, so pivotal round.
Ooh,
Little position for Young
Two,
too. Oh
three.
my goodness, and he just gets both of them. Immediate call to cancel. But where can they scurry off to? I mean, in towards market, Free still marking the angle.
Free misses
Hyunmin
another
off running
shot.
Back, just finds extra information,
They're just
and
farming
Young's
all
up
these
by
kills for
Fountain to
Young.
block off more exit points for Sharper.
Oh, give him the ace this time. He almost had it in the pistol
30
on
seconds
Haven.
left.
He has been outrageous today. And I think this has to be a save at this point for Sharper.
Yeah, ever hungry to kind of keep his spot on the KRX team, but at the same time, there's just not much else that Sharper can do. It kind of feels like this is,
10 seconds left.
you know, the desk was talking about maybe there might be a bit of ring rust for KRX, but I feel like that previous round just perfectly encapsulates the duality or the dichotomy of the two teams as well. Just the fact that KRX, they haven't shown their ascent, so they'll come into this with their own composition, hence the operator and freeing on the jet. And then at the same time, Sharper might be, you know, a bit more wise to some of the, like, you know, gelato A main crunch kind of plays. But either way, they just aren't quite able to find clean entries.
Yeah, it's really good job again by KRX being sort of contained. Like, I like to call it anti-execute, where you're not even letting them get to the spike plant in the first place. Like, I like it when teams play that way from time to time, because it can be really frustrating as an opponent, because you're anticipating that they're, especially in a double duelist meta, that either the teams are going to be really aggressive at the flanks and trying to push face, trying to get information that way. And
this round, or this map is a lot slower. The last map, it was like
if you're a KRX fan, especially
25 minutes.
But then also, like, a lot of teams will just play
That'd
like
be
retake
an hour.
heavy, right? Like, where they're just like, okay, like, if we can't, you know, find that value early, then we'll just fall back and, you know, play for retake. But
Argue, yeah.
exactly. Sometimes DFM does this too, but this is like kind of that middle ground that we're seeing from KRX here in a lot of their better rounds today.
Right? They always lock off extremities of the map. If not, they will still leave themselves options available. They are reading the rotations very quickly. That round with the boathouse play on just pistols too.
They're so patient too. I mean, you got to give KRX a ton of credit where they don't really give up much easily. So let's see. Still able to buy into this. A ton of ults for Sharper. Looking for that drone.
This is risky.
Well, he gets the one.
Spike down mid.
And it's the res too. That's huge, actually. That's probably the best find you could have. Other than maybe Kadum.
Trade right back, progression, smoke. Able to get the pinch on to HYUNMIN, but Bane! Trades on top of trades, and KRX just stay on top of every single position, except for A main this time.
Well, it is there. Should be able to clear the shock to at least create a question mark here. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, it missed because of the angle.
Second try.
That one's got it. Okay, well, at least you did get it.
But by that point, you know, just the second shock dart, that's enough time for Young to get on his line.
You don't have much other info here as KRX. All the other info gathering util's been used.
You know, the shock dart a little bit telling, so they're kind of hedging their bets again, 1 and 2.
30 seconds left.
Onto this A site. Marking the smoke, the camera pretty much confirms it by this point. Position over generator by Mako!
Down A.
And it's just enough damage against Kadum as well. The overdrive,
Wow.
not able
Look
to
at
find
KRX.
value. A
So
triple kill
inspirational.
to put KRX with 5.
Yeah, this is really good stuff from KRX, again, in terms of having layers to their mid presence. Even though it's a quick trade onto freeing, and HYUNMIN goes down a little too easily, that's okay, because you've got the players there to back it up. And again, finding that res, taking that out of the equation early, makes this round a lot more assailable, and you get the overdrive out of Sharper too. This is, that's a painful one. There's no other way to put it. I guess the good news is you still have a couple ults here as Sharper, and you got the run it back out of HYUNMIN a little bit ago, and okay. Yeah, Bane though, not too, whoops.
Praised him too much.
Happens to the best of us. I'm sorry, Bane. Forgive me. Yeah, he's gonna maybe get a Hunter's Fury here, we'll see. But now it's more of a default from KRX and just an outlaw, which will find the one tap on everybody. Oh, the timing.
Inevitably, crossing not smoked is always unsafe, but you know that's the cost of Sharper always trying to spend their
Easy
smoke
kill.
sometimes as well. Now they've marked Niz.
Rose jump spotting. As they're about to be
Levels and
slit.
Details to
Bro,
how
just be a little bit
KRX, I mean,
patient.
it's been honestly incredibly impressive with how they're always just adding layers onto every single position,
Bro,
every
just be a little
single lane
patient.
on the map where
Look at this kill trip.
Timing.
Flash right off of this.
Yep. Cypher gets out though.
otherwise good info. Hot hands the stall. Mako slowly
They're
starting
gonna
to
find
get in
heaven.
position.
Good choice.
As Sharper, like, where else do you pivot off to? You've got 20 seconds left. Trying to go after this top of heaven. They managed to
Yep.
swing against Young. This could be
But
it.
there is pressure and
Still, though, time is such a
be
huge
made.
factor.
Mako reveals his
HYUNMIN and
position.
Mako,
There's just no time.
both ends of the
How are they
site.
gonna plant?
It's been smoked off, and that's what Sharper are banking on. They get the spike down, but the shot's coming back
PTC,
through. Freeing and Bane flooding
just
back in.
whiffs.
No chance.
Whiff
No
City.
breath. It's KRX, and they are still going through.
This is such an annoying round for Sharper. Every twist and turn was covered by KRX so nicely, and it just is so brutal to lose two players early to that outlaw when you have to go for those half armors to try to get a round, a crucial round to go. You get the spots as well from the recon. Nice little wide swing here from PTC, but that's kind of about it. Everything else is basically all KRX all the time. They're so patient. They have every angle covered for this retake. They're literally coming from everywhere.
It has to be like... What? Has to be like a little bit of pressure for the team as well when it comes down to like just the last few seconds to get the spike in and then watch it around it. At least now though, with a huge From the Shadows TP play and an overdrive, it does throw
They should hear
KRX's
this,
positions
yep.
in a disarray. Here PTC will still
Baiting in the
unfortunately
other
get pinched
player.
down, but it does allow for Sharper perhaps to find entry into B site.
Pina had res and
And that's
spike.
enough to take down the spike carrier.
And the res.
Jesus, man.
How do you recover this round now? You just can't.
Just wrap it up. Put it in a bow.
He's trying at the
Tell
very
him good
least
night.
still, but HYUNMIN, ooh, with the
Put him.
flash.
Put him to sleep. Just
And
put him to
now
sleep. Just put him to
flooding
sleep.
through, shoving up
Read him a
against
bedtime
Kadu
story.
with every single kid they have. Builds up close to
Put him to
another run
sleep.
it back as well.
Put him to sleep.
Well, PTC throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this round. Went for the crazy ult play. Went for a Hunter's Fury.
Put him to sleep.
I just can't find enough. Just too disciplined.
Bro,
Our
him
KRX.
is
Good
too
trade,
good.
freeing, teeing up Bane there. HYUNMIN as well. Being patient. They wait for the paranoia to make sure. Being very diligent.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh boy.
You just really feel for him. I mean, they've been having such a pretty, I guess, good run all throughout. From split to challengers up to this point, they took down RRQ, they took down DFM with incredible overtime runs as well. But their first big team as KRX, such a storied team.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. I mean, it's like the worst timing possible too, because KRX has finally figured things out. you know, it looked like KRX was just gonna go down with a whimper.
Triple duelist.
Yeah, dude. Which worked against DFM, but you know, it didn't work anywhere else.
Yeah,
so
bro, just
it
call
looked
them
like
out.
KRX was just out of
Over.
ideas. Like
It's
you know,
over.
if they come into a stage with triple duelists,
It's
you're
over.
thinking, what is actually going on?
It's over.
How is this actually
Does
working
anyone
in
disagree
scrims?
that it's
Is it
it's-
working in scrims, or are you just doing
that
this
it's not over?
because you're
KRX
out of
make it
ideas?
into
Well, they've got
playoffs.
ideas. It's just going back to basics, kind of.
At least
Is
they
what's
get to see
working
an
for
option
KRX.
play.
I mean, you know, you bring Young back in, sure, but you know, run some double duelist stuff. Ooh, spot there, freeing. Not going to be able to contest this catwalk, but HYUNMIN up in the corner, moves down and gets the win.
Big duel. Still, though, at least a bit of space
Yeah,
for
they're
Western
trying
Sharper
to A
try to
split.
bully
KRX
their way
has the
through
read.
into A site
They're
with the
looking to
fast lane.
flood.
Now Kadoom tries to get ahead of it as
Oh,
well.
holy-
Flashes more coming through to support,
Holy
but HYUNMIN! He
HYUNMIN.
just tears them
Holy
all apart!
HYUNMIN. Holy
They
HYUNMIN.
can't even get the spike there. This is what I'm talking about, though. This anti-execute style. They're so fast to rotate here. KRX so well aware of the space they're giving up on this
Holy
map. This
HYUNMIN.
big win as well completely nullifies the flank. There's no world now where Sharper can do anything but either go A or make the wide wrap back to B. And you've got so much map control here. And then the timing.
Bro, HYUNMIN got a
Paranoia
4K
hits a
and
bunch
didn't
of
even put him
players.
on the
There's the
POV.
flash in there. I mean, HYUNMIN just
Come on,
walks in,
Observer. Come on,
collects
Mr.
his
Observer.
prizes. He's up to 10, freeing at 12.
Young at 8.
Come on, Mr. Observer.
I've got him on my build div.
I've got,
Bro, a
I've
shock
got
just to
HYUNMIN.
clear-
He didn't have a good first map. Oh my god.
Oh,
Shot
Pena
just to
has
clear the
not been able to
can?
use
That's
this res either,
crazy.
dude. It's other than the one round, right? The bonus
yeah.
against the bonus. That's it. He's been sitting on it because he had a great start to this map, and since then he's been the one who's taken down early.
Eco again as well, and Freeing's just spamming outlaw shots, fishing, sending off warning signs.
Oh, just
That
missed this.
incites the smoke, the only smoke that PTC's
Come on,
got
one more.
left.
One more.
The team will try
Joey's
to
one
push
away.
up against it, intent on taking
If you don't
Freeing
shoot.
down perhaps, but he's floated
I was
elsewhere.
saying, you miss 100% of the
Trip,
shots.
so
You don't
there's no
take.
one to cover this. This might be a gap, but oftentimes off the back of these trips, there's been some kind of trap by KRX. This is one they're leaving undefended.
Intentionally. They know it's going to be a pivot elsewhere, so again, Freeing off towards short.
No,
They
now
heard
they
the
can be
outlaw.
split.
Sharper thinks, all right, there's no trap. Let's push into B. Let's go in fast right now. We need it.
Oh,
Still,
they
though,
just killed the B main
unbeknownst to
player.
them, it's being
It's
very
over.
well anchored
It's
by
over.
Young and Bane. Triple
It's
kill
over.
for Young. An outlaw shot from behind as well. Flawless round for KRX.
Well, may just be another 10-2 here, Quack. They're just too good right now. Oh, the one-way there, so annoying. The readjust. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Freeing making sure that, again, any lurks are just going to be dealt with. The defensive side here, which is going to be KRX's starter. If we somehow miraculously go over to Sunset, they look unstoppable. You got a Blade Storm behind this. Oh, can't get the kill. Good jiggle from Kadoom. No follow-up this time, though.
Bane pushing right underneath. Oh, and then it's
Bro, it's just
Freeing
not,
right
it's
up on
just not even
top.
fair.
HYUNMIN is well out towards Catwalk, and
Hey, at
Do
least
they know
PTC can
Bane's
go to the lower bracket.
in mid where he is?
it must have heard it, but they are trying to pick up the pace Sharper just to get into A site. Blocked off by the Blaze Wall now, however, and we're back to square one.
Did Sharper play? Let me see.
It sucks.
At least PTC's on an insert, but oh no,
Freeing.
back towards top middle.
He doesn't miss his second one? He does miss the second one. He misses his third one. Does he take a fourth?
Oh, they're lucky they didn't lose another. That's about all you've got going for you right now. They're
Bro's
gonna try
gonna-
the res, maybe? Oh, you can't, because Young is there!
Oh, he's pushed up
Bro,
B-main.
they're just full. It's the last round he has to use the res, but he can't.
Now they know they have a chance to close this out right quick. 10-2
PTC.
is the prize at the end of this first half. And
And
PTC
HYUNMIN.
is the only
Yeah,
obstacle
oh.
trying to slow them down. 30 seconds. TP for info.
No
Holds
way.
back with the angle, but at what cost? He's down to 30 HP.
that would've been
With another
crazy.
swing, Young just pushes up. It's 10-2 again.
That would have been crazy.
Wow.
Switching
I
sides.
mean, again, credit to KRX here. They're just locked in today. They're all over the map. They're doing such a good job of covering their gaps. You're able to reinsert the operator in deep towards mid when you're able to thwart the attack over at A. It's just layers upon layers. This is some of the best prep we've seen from KRX in quite some time.
It's
Ooh,
just so much. Preps, reads, quick rotations. Yeah, in this last round, it's kind of like, you have to imagine the one outing, the couple of outings where they played the triple duelist kind of lends to their aggression or the free flowness of the whole team to be able to work off of each other like that as well.
yeah, I think there's still some things, like some things they learned from that experiment
It's
that
2:15.
can be adapted into
And
whatever
we
you
get to
do,
watch
right?
some
Like,
more
the
Valorant.
communication style, being
Yes.
able to quickly communicate and like play off of each other very well, have some good team fire, you know, team fights, that kind of thing.
100%. Bane pushes right underneath the smoke, and then you got the Blade Storm right up above. That's crazy.
Yeah, they've got good, you know, kind of combo plays. There was, you know, the good conditioning there, setting up a lot of traps off the trips that had to be considered, and therefore there were rotates that came through from the side of Sharper that didn't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did because of what they had been seeing previously. It was all these little things that KRX was doing.
Precisely. I mean, if this keeps up, it just feels like KRX is going to have such a good time. They're adapting to teams. They're possibly going to make a deeper run inside of playoffs even. I mean, One Pixel, you know, Boaster might not be there, but Pacific's got you. Yum is hungry for it. Bane right now starting things off with an opening shot in towards middle. Sharper are just throwing caution to the wind, pushing all the way outside of B-Main.
That's crazy that that works. Because KRX was kind of ready for it. They even get the opening kill. Laz gonna try to punish. Goes for the rotate, but he made some noise. Now KRX with that trip there as well.
Do Sharper just
Feeling like
need?
they can necessarily
I mean,
cross
yeah,
that
it makes
easily.
sense.
This
Double
is a
Sentinel.
must-win pistol.
Hence why their attack side is pretty weak,
And survive.
especially the fact they didn't win
Expensive, though.
pistol.
Stays crouched, only a dink. It's gonna be Mako, the last remaining player. Will hit them all with this paranoia, but still
Niz.
wall bang through by Niz. That's a Sharper pistol now. 1 out of 4 today.
A lot of work to do. And this one, frankly, felt like I thought for a moment here that actually KRX might be able to outdo this, but some really nice shots with the Sheriff from Niz. Able to shut down those players on Catwalk. And he ends up with the 4K. Not going to stand up yet.
Yeah, but they're keeping their spirits high.
Yes.
The one play that KRX would not expect.
Yeah, a tiles crunch on a pistol, you don't see that every day.
There's ahead of the smoke now as well, so a lot of information garnered.
Well, they don't like what they see. They're not going to clear that trip. But
Bro, I'm zoning out of this game.
still pretty convinced
Just
that
because, like, we already know the
this could
result.
be
Like,
are they gonna get
anything
a
else is just, like,
before
flashy.
KRX
Cherry on top.
crosses, you know, from that cat angle?
Plus, Nongshim plays next.
Not
Nongshim?
quite. They
Nongshim?
do only see the
Nongshim?
Cypher, so that still isn't telling them much. Doesn't matter. They're still going to keep pushing. They've got too much space. Now you just
If
gotta slam
KRX
into B
somehow
here as
win this
KRX
round.
and hope this works.
Then it's officially over.
Curveball up and over. Paranoia, nice.
Great layer.
Oh my god.
Wow. You just
It's close
dropped
enough, picks
a
up the
big
Guardian.
gun.
Oh boy.
A real big gun.
Are we gonna get thriftied? We just picked up, Sharper just picked up
Yeah,
pistol.
They might, Quack.
Oh no.
You just gave him a real big gun.
Still have a lot of util though. Paranoia, relay bolt, couple slows.
Why are we
Should be strong
panning
enough
to
for
Bane?
Pretty decent
Bane is
retake,
watching
but at least they
nothing.
will just do their due
Nobody's gonna run
diligence
into
right
Bane.
now, but Bane is one that we're keeping our eyes on. Sage Wall will block that off, reveals the location.
The
and whole
shot,
team
you
can
got the
freely
Guardian.
Rush all the way up past lane, into towards the back of
Oh,
boathouse,
HYUNMIN can't even.
where more bullets will connect. Last player spotted. Easy shot, easy defuse
3
as well.
survive,
Not
3
too bad off the
alive.
retake. It took some
On to round 3.
significant losses still, but they managed to put another round up.
Yeah, this could have gone a lot worse. A lot worse. And this is just some really nifty shooting by PTC. Man, that is fast. Got to give credit where credit's due. That was pretty good from him and Laz. Doing a nice job. And they hang on. What looked like it might be a lot scarier than it was. Young only able to afford a Guardian here, though. So pretty pivotal round. If you can get this bonus to go as Sharper, maybe we begin to believe.
I'm gonna hold my breath.
We start to think about beginning to believe. How about that? Yep. Well, they are going to try to push out, and there's no control over this. That high-low is really annoying.
Ooh.
Nice shot.
Yeah, we'll definitely give off a bit of information now. Whole team pivoting over on towards market.
There's a trip for
Question still being asked though, so
a jet dash, a jet
PTC
up
alongside
dash,
Opinion will still stick close
draft.
eye on towards A.
up jet,
Throw the
up
Guardian off the map.
draft,
Don't want them to be able to pick
dash.
that up. Smart.
Drones passing by each other again.
Got the spot.
Ooh. Oh, PTC spots him out instead. So really slowing down the pace, and you start to see a bit more of those.
Yeah, it's a hard
individual
round to
1v1s.
win.
PTC wins those, and it hurts
SP on their
KRX's
bonus
chances of
round
trying
is
to
making it a
eke out
lot
this
more
round.
competitive.
30 seconds.
They're gonna have to fight through market, but they have no B main control,
made
so
a
all
ton
the
of noise.
3 players somehow
Remain
have
already
to
under
make
Sharper's
it through this
control. They're
cross.
quite happy to just sit and tuck themselves around,
One enemy
play
remaining.
around the crossfire. Just a bit of tag damage with that Bulldog for the Sheriffs to finish off the job. BTC as
Wow, look
well,
at
back over on towards
PTC.
middle.
Look at
and
SP.
they will indeed, paper thin, pick up the bonus.
I
Yep.
know
Okay.
what must be
Whew.
done.
Should be winning the next, and then you're going to be 4 rounds down. Then we start considering this. They're doing a really nice job here, taking some control of some of the space. I would not mind a timeout here early from Termia at all.
One enemy
Hasn't
remaining.
needed to take one yet in this series, and I think it's a good idea to start talking about how you're going to control mid a little bit. I think you need to be a little bit more patient at the beginning of the round. Have players set up, either pushing Cat early or watching Cat from top mid or from the tile zone, that kind of stuff. But that's not for this round. That's for the next round.
Yeah, fair enough. But right now, right off the get-go, it's just a full rush from KRX into A site. They've been slowed down by the trips that Sharper has set up. Let's listen in to the Thai squad.
กล้องอยู่วายได้อยู่วายได้กล้องดูกลางกล้องที่พี่ชูใช้อะไม่เคลียร์นะกูจะวอลบีเลยเหรอกล้องไม่เคลียร์นะระวังนะพวกเห็นข้ามแต่มันอยู่วายได้ก็อยู่วายแล้วกูไปเลยนะว่าอยู่วายแล้วกลางเดี๋ยวกูช็อตไปถ้าวายผมมาแล้วผมเลยถ้าวายผมมา
So on an eco round, where they buy sheriffs, you're 1 away from HYUNMIN's ult, 3 away from Young's, and 3 away from Bane.
ถ้าเป็นพี่กูวิ่งทันเพื่อนสู้ไปเลยตรงนั้นควันเลยนะพี่ควันได้ปะควันได้เอ้ยกูมีวันเวให้อีกอะ
KRX had made no noise on the map,
โดนมาว่ะตัวไหน
besides B main.
Well, there really hasn't been much that's gone on. They've been chilling.
Just waiting for the right timing. I mean,
Good
the
sign.
stage walls dropped down as well, so Sharper were considering it, but with enough players hovering on the A site still,
HYUNMIN.
they should be able to trade themselves out of the
some
situation.
shots,
PTC with a
but it's
wallbang
a
kill.
1v3.
It's down to Bane onto the Sheriff. Apinya
NT,
rushes through.
NT,
Sharper will move up to a sixth.
NT,
Now let's see.
NT.
If there is going to be the timeout from Termi. So far, the clock ticks. Okay, he's going to rely on his team to figure this out. I wouldn't mind the timeout, but if they've already got
Yeah, they should call
kind of the read
timeout.
that they need,
Bro, you
so
won
be it. You got to find ways to clear those trips early, or just
on their defender side. They
avoid
won
them
their
altogether
bonus.
potentially. But let's see.
Hold
Ooh,
up the sky.
looks like Apinya wants to challenge this angle early.
They lose this round, then they give the opportunity for SP to
Let's kinda
snowball.
slow them down. I thought he was
They're
gonna
gonna
go
their
for the
next
curveball
ult.
there. Actually,
If
the hot
SP
hands
win this round, they'll have
give them a
their
little
ult
bit of
cycle
breathing
for a
room
majority
over
of their
at long A.
ults.
Allow them to scale forward as well.
Going into next
Sights the
KRX's
wall,
next
which
gun
they
round.
instantly break down, and that's more of Sharper's utility, or stall utility, that they're chipping away at.
This is going to be tough to read as KRX, actually. You're assuming that with how deep that wall was, that they're trying to play for some kind of recontestation of that space, but they actually
but
abandoned
HYUNMIN
the
has
site
ult,
momentarily. Now they're back to it.
So
That it might be one
Even though they have guns, if they does go to eco round again,
though. I mean,
they may still have some
Was a quick
ults to be
clear,
able
that
to work
was.
with
It's
in a man.
tough.
exactly. Like,
In a man
not much
advantage.
noise elsewhere, and if KRX are actually able to do the right amount of scouting, like perhaps towards B.
Yeah, the Cypher in mid is
get the whole
everything.
pivot over.
Still, I don't
Sova's
like
gonna
how
hear the
much of mid you've
drone.
given up as KRX.
Trying to beta
So
rotate. 30 seconds
frustrating. There you
left.
go. That's what he was looking for.
Yeah, they were kind of met with a lot
But
of
nothing,
players, you know,
nothing
pushing up
audio.
catwalk
No
and
audio.
stuff like that from previous rounds on Sharper, so you can understand why KRX might want to avoid it. Now spotting just the one
Just
Sova,
missed
they
it.
will
Sage slow.
dip in towards the A side off the Blaze wall. Flashes all around as well, but PTC has tucked
Oh,
himself into a neat
bricks.
little corner. The swing out from
Kadum?
Yongo.
How's Kadum alive?
Kadum will
10
finish off the
seconds left.
job, down to 10 seconds just for KRX to try to
Double
get the spike
swing.
down. But they
Oh,
knew that they had
Kadum.
to take down Kadum in hell. They couldn't quite do
Wow,
it.
what a
The
retake.
round's already done.
What a
Sharper
retake.
continue to put more rounds up.
Yep, this is too easy to read as Sharper. So much map control here. There's got to be a timeout. There has to be. The clock is not moving, and I assume. I mean, not a bad execute in some ways, but you don't clear heaven. Kadum uses that fast lane to drop down and clear hell. Then he gets 2 more, and that's it. That's round done. So, big concerns here. I think this attacker's side a little too simplistic for KRX, who's looked so good so far, but now you're only 3 rounds away from tying this up from what looked like it could be pretty easy cleanup. Now comes into, you're on an eco again, and then you gotta win that next round.
Yeah, and Sharper could change up their setups as well. What is this? Wait,
It's his
we're showing
car, I
cars
think?
now?
Yeah.
All right, what a flex. But
There must be something going on. I heard the Korean casters talking about cars earlier, and I don't know what's going on.
some meme. that
It
I'm
must be,
unaware of.
dude.
But either way, I mean, yeah, it's not only just KRX being broke, but it's also the fact that there is
Right now we're in a
this
timeout.
inkling
Oh.
of something from KRX.
I'll
as
sell
well.
my car if KRX loses today, is what it said.
That's insane.
I didn't hear
Damn,
it.
that's a crazy bet.
Well, you know, hey, look, if they win, then you're happy. If they lose, you get money for selling your car.
Okay.
It's a win-win.
Sweet ride though.
Yeah, it's a nice
Jesus.
ride.
But yeah, I mean,
He said it's fine if you sell the car that is probably your dream car. It's perfectly fine.
So we're back with the early hot hands.
Perfectly fine.
Pressure just
Right.
to try to force Sharper to think about A main. Got the actual squad and you know the spike carrier closer towards B, and they'll avoid the drone for now.
Yeah, they do clear the cam,
KRX are
but again,
playing
there's
pretty
layers
slow.
because of the
They
double
had to
sentinel
bait a
that you're
lot
gonna
of
have to be
util.
diligent about breaking through.
Suppose that's what Bane will be charged.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, he's, I think, aware that the trip is there. Or maybe they think it's over on B. I'm not sure. They're going to line up for the B hit.
Pinas has 2 slow
Could
orbs,
be.
and
Has a bit
so
more to
that's
go.
gonna be
No, they're going to knife it down.
pretty big.
Can imagine
Kind of wish they had done this sooner.
Yeah, just a round or 2 ago, but by this point now, Sharper.
Spam back? No spam back?
With
Oh,
their
they just have
equipment should
pistols,
look
I forgot.
good to stall and get some
30 seconds left.
rotations in, but they're
They just
still
baited the
concerned about A
slows.
side, so not really moving just yet. 30 seconds
Young
left,
has
though.
ult, so does Mako
20,
and
I should
Bane.
say. And KRX begin their assault.
I mean, they
Sharper
split
from
out on a
Shadows
good
TP,
timing, but
VCT
15
towards
seconds
Boathouse.
left.
KRX
Time,
running out of
time,
And they will just
time.
throw bodies at the
Time.
solution. Oh god, they're actually doing it
Wow.
though. Kills found. Spike plant. Young to lurk, but not
What
quite
is
finding
Young
the shot yet.
doing?
Oh, who's quicker to reload? Kadum with the
Young.
ult pulled out. Hunter's Fury to try to catch onto him now, but it's the overdrive popped. Kadum wants blood.
They're all low.
Swings in, slides
He could
around
just
the
mow 'em
corners,
all
knows that they're
down.
pretty much all inside of
Someone
Boathouse,
needs to
but
hit
if
a
you swing
nasty
close
shot
by,
and it's
his head
free.
is lethal.
Laz?
It's down to Laz, and he finds one, two
No.
taps, a third. Sharper clutch out the round. It comes down
A
so close, but they managed to get it
1v3.
done.
Bro,
Oh,
that
boy.
Vandal is nasty.
That was absolutely wild. Looked like for a moment,
I thought
KRX
KRX
was
had
gonna
that
find
round.
their footing and find a potential knockout blow. just somehow, some way. It's a fight back from Laz. Kadum here. Oh, man. I mean, they both got to reload. He's frankly lucky he hits that shot almost. That was tough. That second.
Nah.
Disgusting. Absolutely ridiculous.
Nah.
Oh, boy.
Not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, no, you are not. Ooh, that's a great start, though.
Damn.
Apinya, no util sent his way this time, so he can challenge that angle. There was no hot hands from HYUNMIN. Now you start to
That
really
1v3
worry
was
as
crazy.
KRX.
Immediately walls off as well. Kadum's close by towards short, so could at some point possibly walk out towards catwalk, but no mid control.
Let's
KRX
pop a
gets free
Cypher.
reign.
Bro, these trips are wacky. Green just got a kill.
Instant moves and maneuvers
And he gets a
on
second
towards
one.
the B side. Niz and Laz,
No
they
way it
had the
happens
info, but they
again.
couldn't quite
Imagine
react.
another
Just
1v3.
sharp plays from Free.
Another 1v3
First jet.
clutch.
Those were pretty nasty. I want to see
That'd
that
be
from his
insane.
perspective.
Spike
Oh
planted.
yeah, we'll need that. 3v4 though, do you go for this?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of money. You have a res, too, so if you can clear front sight. So KRX knows
Coming
it.
2 away from ult. I mean,
Some
even if he
flashes laying
dies.
up front. Quick with the res in, but oh, it's a
Okay,
little too
HYUNMIN's
shallow.
getting his
There's
ult.
no coverage around
He's
it,
getting
so
his ult next
just
round.
players baited out into the open, getting gunned down by KRX.
No, this
Young
would be
in
insane.
position and continuing to swing around his cage. It's death blows dealt towards BTC
Two more
and perhaps
rounds.
the whole team as well. Up
Two more
11 to
rounds.
8 now.
Well, took, oh, he just read the, that's kind of what I was wondering.
The animation. Oh, okay.
Two
Here we
more
go.
This
rounds.
is it. This one right here.
He clipped the top.
Kind of
Two
worked out
more
for him.
rounds.
Yeah, this is great read, though, from KRX, knowing where those players were that were resable and
1,
using
2,
that
3.
to punish Sharper. That's a big ult that gets wasted in that round, too. Now, you're going to have plenty of money as the side of Sharper. So you still have the op, still have some rifles, still have enough for a buy next round, basically.
Standing ahead.
For the most part. But you got to get there.
Okay, this is a
Kadum?
different approach now.
Oh, if Young swings this.
Oh, if he moves an inch, he dies.
Cage.
Whoa, that was a
Takes down around and
headshot.
back, but instantly KRX just continue to push through. The spams through with a Phantom, does a bit of chip damage.
Oh,
Tags him down
Flash
slow
does
enough.
nothing.
Kadum with a shot. Last
And
goes
it's a
flying and off.
lawnmower.
Angle sprays and
They
praise.
just mow
Lights
down.
him up and knocks KRX
They
down.
just mow down.
Okay. Pretty good read there. The fact that Kadum's
Bro,
able
it
to
was
get out of this,
210.
even with the run it back,
That is
he shuts it down so
insane.
quick.
KRX loses
Huge.
series.
I think maybe KRX just taking a little too long on that. They were hoping that Kadum would swing a little bit earlier, so they should have either waited. Like, they couldn't have picked the worst time in some ways.
KRX loses
'Cause They
series.
couldn't punish, and they couldn't catch him when he was trying to swing.
Timeout.
So another timeout from Termi. Just needs a couple more, but seemingly neither side really able to get their attackers going. I need to see some more mid-presence from KRX. That's what's been working. And I don't know why you just go into these set executes again. Especially on the B site, man. The ciphers just make it so freaking hard.
Yeah, the trips, the cages. And as you mentioned, round 19 was the one where they actually got all that free space to push all the way up, freeing off the Blade Storm.
Yep. Exactly, Quack. Got to do some more of that. And another thing is the Phoenix is really good at taking control of trees, so I'd like to see that kind of put into consideration here as well. I think you should be talking to HYUNMIN about finding ways to work through that. Can be a little tough, but something's got to give.
Yeah,
The Sharper
sure.
is streaking.
Get some mid control. You could just try to sell a fake with the curveball presence over on the tree and then actually end up back on towards B, something
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly. Anything.
Sharper now getting a little bit too courageous though. HYUNMIN immediately with a shutdown against the op.
This is good. Showing presence in mid at the very least. You're making
Bring
them
Mako
have to
and
consider
HYUNMIN
some
with
other
a
parts of the
rifle.
map here. They are going to try to put some pressure onto Young. And yep, they will
Timing.
succeed. They do get the neural theft out of that.
Thought about the wall, but KRX decided to push a little bit quicker and faster. Gets shut down by Niz, so straight on through for
3v5, all of them with
3v4
guns.
post-plant.
Bane has an
KRX
op. Why does Bane?
looks to get the spike down, but unsure as to how they might hold around it. Hunter's Fury popped through. Paranoia as well. Sharper aims to fast flood back in, denying any chance at getting the spike down. They wall off main, which means time for Bane to try to chip away, just to walk back through. Slow orb as well. Everyone's in position, listening for taps or footsteps, which might give away KRX's positioning.
30 seconds left.
Instead,
30
however,
seconds,
KRX,
and the spike has to pass.
they tuck right
And
underneath.
HYUNMIN just
They're
loses
trapped.
last
They have to wait for Mako
flash.
Smokes to come back up.
Trying to buy time for the curveball too.
Yep.
So a bit of a stalemate for the time being, but here comes the smoke now. 10 seconds. Can Bane get it down just in time? He B-hops across, but out into the open. And it's an open line for Apinya and Niz.
I thought I've seen everything.
Closing in on this gap. It's down to 1 round between the teams.
Well, Sharper is doing a great job. This is a good punish from the side of KRX, but then another nice punish on the other side of the map. Just kind of nullifies anything that KRX tried to create. HYUNMIN knows that he needs to create space there for Bane to get in to get the plant. There's nothing else he can do, and Sharper knows it. Gotta be a little more creative, but Sharper, I mean, yes, it was an eco-ish round for KRX, but only a Guardian for Bane. We're starting to look like map 3. Very possible. That's an interesting dart. It's the top of wine up there.
Well, at least there's no one around from Sharper either way, but main presence now made known. At least this round, KRX will have that mid control that you were looking for earlier, Paperton.
Yeah, and this is again more of what I want to see, is this Phoenix going through short A, using your util to clear that out.
Well, they got entry in the A side with this exact same approach from before, so trying to do it a little bit quicker this time around. Instant with the trip breaks. No one's close around tree.
This took so long.
5v5, bring on the entry.
As to where Sharper may be positioned,
There's
but
3
that's
here.
the problem. Sharper had 3 players now on the side because he
HYUNMIN
took that
gets
much
2.
time. Jumping in with the shorty now. Kadoom looks to
With
spring
an
offwards
wow.
on the right side of Jenny. It's just Young left. No trades found. And Kadoom popped off,
missed.
tying up the score, 11-11.
Almost missed.
Wish.
Well, if your wish is overtime, I don't know that you're going to get it, because I think Sharper might just win this map. I mean, it takes so long. There's just no comfort here
such night
for
and day.
KRX, and even though HYUNMIN's able to find a
KRX
couple
looked
big
like
kills,
clearly the better team
wow, this is
until
even better.
they
This
flip
right here.
sides. And KRX don't know how to
What
attack against
is
this
that?
comp.
Did he scope in? I can't tell. I don't think he did.
It looks like he didn't. Quick scope, quick scope.
Sure.
Back to the Sheriffs now. And you're absolutely right. I mean, if there is that one hope for overtime on KRX, it would have to be a heroic round on the next one.
Yep. I mean, you've only got Sheriffs. Granted, they almost won a round like this earlier.
No blades for freeing this time.
Ooh. Deeper trip means that shock does not clear. So nice change of setup. That's going to be a lot easier for Sharper to read this, and it's a great timing too.
Get the trip as they're rotating. They kill these 2 players in market, then they have a free site.
And wall towards B main alleviates some pressure
That they don't
as
know.
well, so they're just focused on the
And plus there's an op in mid.
towards pizza now.
I was going to say, they're going to have to flash this. I think they're trying to bait a
Bro,
response. They heard
KRX
that
are
player
taking too
crossing up by
long.
spawn.
They're waiting for
Not
Mako
yet.
smoke.
They're like looking for somebody to get over aggro, but Sharper is not that team. I know you might think a lot of Thai teams are going to play like that, but Sharper ain't it.
They're trying to bait this mid split, but they just cleared.
Back over towards tree now.
Oh.
PTC with a little bit of whiffles, but he will get 2
Pick
at
up a
the end
gun.
of it. Laz, the next one up to the task. And with Kadum onto overdrive as well, they just want to secure 12. Sharper banking down into this one. Hold on the A site. A plant around generator inside of his own smoke. Mako gets it done. The shock dart, though. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a double kill. Bane, how do you like a taste of that?
I'm sure he doesn't, but it's pretty nasty. Well, maybe we're just going over to Sunset. Did not think that an 11-1 half was on the cards, but here we are. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, they're just... Oh, that's got to feel good. Right as Mako's trying to get out of there.
After the previous map of Haven, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, at least HYUNMIN has ult. Young is 1 away
now
from
for
ult.
Young.
Bane is 2 away from ult. No way, and SP just... Did they just decide to run it down?
Oh, they're going for the crunch.
It's a TP as well, but
Bane?
sticks close by.
The round where SP...
Young still around the cage.
They just gave him
Oh, and he gets
overtime.
it done.
SP
As soon
literally
as
just gave him
Niz pops the
overtime.
drone, found the audible. And the only one left around close by enough is PTC.
They literally just gave them
desperately
overtime.
into the smokes, gets tagged by Hunter's Fury. KRX pounds on the
They literally
opportunity
just
to
gave
get the
him
spike into
overtime.
B.
Oh, this call from Sharper, it's so bold. Unless there's a 1v5, greatest clutch of all time here from Laz. This should be overtime.
Crazy thing that this could have caught. This could
Oh,
cost
they go
them.
for the crunch again. The first and the last round of the half. It works on the pistol, does not
This could
work
cost
here
them.
to close the map out. HYUNMIN finds the
And send
final.
them to a lower bracket.
And we go to overtime. Okay, so both teams 10-2. Unreal.
It's crazy that Sharper are able to match KRX on the defense like this as well, but going down the strat books, like this is what they pull out in the final one. They think it can kind of catch KRX by surprise, but it doesn't. I mean, KRX, you know, they played Tiles Crunch quite a bit themselves back in the day.
Yeah, oh, they're familiar with that strat, no doubt. I'd love to just see them run a Tiles Crunch right off the rip. I think that'd be hilarious.
Right now?
Yeah, like right now. I mean, I think it's a bad idea, but it'd be funny.
Oh, Paperson. Oh, and so what we're going to get is Glass Cannon off. It's worked out quite well for Freeing so far today. So Sharper will be wise to try and avoid it as well.
I was going to say, that had to hit somebody. There were too many players there for that shock dart not to at least do some damage, but there's a deep trip.
Somehow.
Oh, the timing. Okay, Young at least able to answer back.
Oh, but it has walled off Freeing's angle, though, so it's going to be a bit of space. Sharper might be able to waltz through lane. Tailwind, though, from Freeing, so kind of alerts Sharper as to where he could be positioned. They take down Young. It's quick trades. PTC as a straggler to pop through from Market as well. Surprises HYUNMIN.
Mako wins this, right?
3v1 against
In a
Mako.
1v3 retake. Surely, right?
Well, it's probably the last player on this team almost that you'd want to go up against in this moment, given his career, given the history, but it should be too difficult, you would think.
Yeah, hasn't exactly had his moment this season. We'll give it a try, though. Starts with a smoke, but Sharper's just so quick, instantly recognizing his only approach is from stairs. Sharper starts off the overtime.
Yeah, this is just too easy of a kill on Bane. The timing there, he's just not ready for it. That's kind of an oopsies moment away. It's like he forgot that there wasn't that tripwire or something else right at the front door to give you a little bit extra time and protection in that spot. And he went for the recon as sort of an anti, but it was just a hair too late. And Sharper that time turned up the tempo, turned up the pace, and punished. KRX, let's see if they can answer. Kadum has an op as well.
Fires off the shot.
Yeah, went for the fish. Doesn't come up with the prize.
My eyes are down.
Quickly repositions towards Fountain as well.
I mean,
Wow.
shot by Freeing. That was
That's huge
top.
from Freeing. That's a big read.
Crouched right underneath, right? I mean, the shock dart this time as well. The trip's not close by, but at least will force Laz to sit in this position by market. Okay.
That wall should have alarm bells ringing in the back of your head. Good flash.
What a flash.
Niz is in trouble. Oh, they pinged him on the way in.
Niz gets 2.
KRX is like, all right, they've walled up. Let's just push into B. We've got this. They have the numbers. It's just a lone Niz. He's trying to play around the smoke gifted to him by his teammate, and he has done well so far, but it's still an entire gang just pounding down around him. Apinya getting shut down as well out towards the back, and it's just going to be KRX meeting Sharper square to square.
Yeah, of course, you know. Both teams get 10 rounds on their defender side, so in OT, of course they both win their attacker side rounds to start. That only makes sense.
Welcome to Valorant.
Yeah, welcome to Valorant, where overtime everything gets flipped.
Just the psychology of both teams, right? Trying to play a little bit more unexpected. This time what starts things off is Free crouched underneath, takes down Kadoom.
Well, he just found that little timing. That's kind of, but again, that's what I'm talking about here for KRX. Mid presence, mid pressure. It's so important on this map unless you have the best executes of all time.
If only they'd done that in their second half.
Well, took them too long. You know, and
Now
they
we're
did it a
doing
couple
that.
times. Now that being said, you know,
It's
Sharper's
about to
just
be
good
3
enough that they
a.m.
fight back
Yeah.
and they'll still win some
It's
of
about to
those.
be 3 a.m.
Absolutely. And now neither side wants to work off of an operator. The smoke though, oh, Free
Ring.
with the
They're
jump
aware.
spots.
They're aware.
Will spot them out. PTC anticipates it as well though.
HYUNMIN.
Quick on through, trying to get the punch
HYUNMIN,
in,
get out,
puncture
get
through
out,
the
get
A
out,
site.
get out.
Drones
Timing,
first, walls
timing.
off. Kadoom plays ahead of the wall. HYUNMIN has
Kadoom?
no
No
idea.
way he gets
Bane
2.
must have shot as well.
Mako.
Big round up for Kadoom. Gets huge entries for his team. The spike now planted. And it's freeing and Young to try to stabilize.
Timing.
2v4
And
though.
2v4, I believe.
And it's separate angles with a
All
Sharper
the
that's
players in
all
hell.
holed
Broken
up,
League
bunkered
just
up
jumped in.
inside of Hell, as well as Wine.
What a
First
shot.
shot goes through. Then the trades to
NT.
follow. Sharper once
NT.
again will kick off with the attacking
NT.
side round on overtime 2.
Now this is a super creative round from Sharper. That wall absolutely fools the hell out of KRX. You can see HYUNMIN's like, oh, I made it out. Uh-oh, no, I didn't. And then Bane, I mean, he's watching for it, just can't win it. And then Mako's like, surely they'll hold that. There's 2 of them there. Nope, because he's got to worry about the front of the door as well. Huge, huge play. Timeout, I assume Termy. But it could be, sometimes.
Could be.
Okay, it is Termy. I was going to say, sometimes there are some coaches who like to call the timeouts to try to close OT. I don't usually like to see that, so good to see it's Termy.
Just trying to keep the life
Out.
extended. Perhaps close it out 2-0. But it's been rough. I mean, these strats that Sharper are suddenly now pulling out, not exactly something that KRX were expecting, and KRX in their attacking round only managed to get it done because of their mid-presence. But by that point, perhaps Sharper starts to get wise to that too, so.
Yeah, I think if you can get to those defender side rounds again, I think you need to be a little bit more aggro as HYUNMIN
Yo, Niz.
when you're anticipating an attack like that. You got to throw a bunch of util at that problem, so that kind of trickery and stuff can't really ever come to fruition. Got to make them a little more uncomfortable.
Standing ahead.
Just try to level the playing field.
So this is something KRX has shown before, where they'll dart Wine and then take their time. This looks fast, but man, that tripwire's there again.
Here.
Well, both sides have played that trip.
Is he hearing something or just anticipating?
Pinging and setting up for the execute. They'll just rush in. Oh,
Oh,
but Laz playing
GG.
inside of the cage. HYUNMIN swings out wide. Bane and Mako getting their own
Never
as
mind.
well, just fanning around the
Never
entire
mind.
site.
That doesn't heal you, Bane. You're not the Phoenix.
Nonetheless,
Ooh,
though.
shotgun kill?
Oh. Just hoping for it, but both teams finding themselves on opposite ends of the spectrum. I mean, it was a 2v4
1, 2,
in
3.
Sharper's previous round. Now it's a 2v4 for Sharper themselves on the defense too. They
We're
will
going
fall.
OT.
Bane to it, and we're back 14 and 14.
Switching sides.
Well, this time, one of these set execute plays actually works. I didn't think it would for a second there because freeing, PTC goes walking out of the smoke. Thought that, you know, they had enough players there that he could get away with it. But it was being watched by the diligent KRX. Okay, we go again.
It's always going to be tough though in OT. I mean, pulling off set strats like that kind of throws off the protocols that you might have from before. Back towards mid though. Oh, and PTC this time gets a drop. They're marking every angle, trades all abound. It's Bane tucked into a corner just to try and survive.
It was a crunch. It's a good idea.
Bane?
What? Low HP, he swings out. Gets the
Bane
shot on the
might
Kadoom!
save.
Niz and PTC will
Bane
trade
is in the right
back,
spot.
and it's down onto freeing left.
Oh,
From
free.
the shadows into a sight.
Well,
No
this is kind of
way.
a problem though, because if he goes down, there's a lot of time before Niz gets there. It's just how quick can freeing suss this out.
Turtle smoke flush towards
All the
Timing.
timing's going to work against him.
Yeah, freeing's just quite concerned, so gonna clear out as much as possible. Spots out PTC, who's just buying time for Niz to get closer and
Quick
closer.
reload.
Continuing to jiggle around Generator. Freeing has no idea, and he will fall to the backstab.
In T.
Sharper once again, attacking round claimed.
Switching sides.
Well, it's an interesting call, but again, HYUNMIN gets caught in that same spot. I mean, this time at least it wasn't a player up close, but the timing a little bit off there. They just don't have any info. This is a guess on when and where your opponents are going to be. They guess the where correctly, but the when, they're a little bit too behind the ball. Because HYUNMIN wants to, you know, throw that flash out, and then they want to swing, and Sharper had just shift walked it up there. You're too late to the party.
Timing is always going to be the more troubling factor. But we do go back on the Sharper on the defense now. KRX's attack. This time around, they've kind of avoided middle, though.
Well, they're kind of starting to rely on some of those set executes, but now that's a quick clear of that drone.
Okay.
So that should make you think that maybe they're trying to play strong side B.
Kind of feels like it with
Especially
Kadoom.
with the door closed.
There we go. The trip's shallow towards B side as well, so
Like everything about this screams B is scary.
we'll just have to look-see either way. HYUNMIN
They found my wire.
still marking fountain just in case, but now with a bit more legwork done, they still might choose to end
Go
up on the
inside,
side.
3 on
KRX
A.
decides to make a go for it.
30 seconds left.
Laz and Niz one apiece. They've had some monstrous
Waiting on
rounds
the
in that
dart,
second
flash.
half, and they do it again. Flashes and everything to try to flush them out of
Trade,
position.
insta.
It's not done this time, not
Need
enough.
to dig out the cipher.
KRX looking for the trade. They will
Oh,
find it,
he
but it's down
misses
to
on
10
this.
seconds now, and Kadoom and Apinya have
What?
arrived. The cavalry is here.
HYUNMIN would
just
need
to try
to go
close this
insane.
one and send us to a third map. HYUNMIN
HYUNMIN, the
spike
OG
plant.
cliff farmer.
looks to clutch it out. Here's the tap. Swings around looking
Team.
for a wall bang, but will not be able to find it. Sharper. It's looked tedious at times, but they finally get it done. 16-14.
Well, that was a hell of an overtime. I mean, literally felt like it could go either way. Some of those rounds come down to the finer details. In that round in particular,
I'll be
HYUNMIN
back.
beefed one of his flashes on that entry, and that cost them time, it cost them players. But you got to give Sharper a ton of credit. They were unfettered by that horrible first half, and they threw it right back into KRX's face. What tenacity this Thai team has.
I know. could have closed it out as well, but then like KRX pulls off just an incredible hold against Sharper's attempt at a tiles crunch. I mean, this feels incredibly poetic from both sides, and the fact that it goes into this much of an OT as well, just a win out on the attacking rounds too.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it was only attacker's side until that very last round. That was crazy. After abysmal attacking halves for both teams, they somehow, some way, I mean, Freeing and HYUNMIN did a great job in the fragging department, but I still felt like HYUNMIN not comfortable on the Phoenix on this map with the util. Didn't look as good as we've seen him on some of the other maps. I thought he kind of had some moments where he could have let loose with some util to, you know, make things a little more challenging for Sharper. That being said, Opinia continues to be really good on that Sage. Loved some of those walls.
Yeah, it just slows him down so much. We're gonna toss it back to the desk to try to talk this through.
We're not going to try to talk this through. We are going to talk this through. This through. This is not working well. I have a Red Bull. I have a Red Bull in my hand right now. I'm going to
You're like
crack.
the little brother trying to step up and have a fight. We're going to talk this through, guys.
You guys hear that?
The sweet popping of a Red Bull here. Because it's going to be a long day. Sharper Esports pulled it back out of nowhere. Honestly, what a game from them.
It did come out of nowhere. There's one reason why. Morgan,
Sage?
you know the reason why.
Sage.
It's Sage.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Fantastic. I mean, I think really the thing I'm most impressed with is the mental fortitude. They got destroyed map 1. They're getting destroyed map 2. To bring it back to force a map 3 here is insane from them. I feel like they deserve all the credit in the world. For KRX, they just can't get this across the line. They have to attack into this double senti. They can't figure it out. I feel like they're walking into traps left and right. They're walking into the util. They're finding it so difficult. Despite massive fragging performances, HYUNMIN, you know, he was a lot more in the server this time. Freeing was putting up an excellent game, but it's not enough against Sharper here.
Yeah, I mean, Sharper's defense was fantastic on this map. You could tell why they picked it into this series. I agree, the mental fortitude that they showed is definitely not that one, that of a challenger's team. You know, this is a team with a fair bit of experience at this point. It was crazy. I thought the dichotomy of the defensive rounds being run in regulation and then the offensive rounds being won in overtime there, Victoria. Would you agree?
Absolutely. It was an absolute brawl, especially in the second half as we went into overtime. And it's almost like, what's the point of a map 1 sometimes? They got rolled in map 1, but this always happens in Pacific. It kind of doesn't mean anything because, you know, these kind of things happen. Going to overtime. We're going to map 3 right now. And
what flavor is that?
This is peach flavored. It is so good. Wow. We can't get this flavor in Singapore. So here in Korea, this is amazing. Dan the Penguin and me are
Dan's too young for that.
Yo!
Sorry.
Poor Dan.
Sponsor cancelled.
But it's going to be a long day because Sharper is locked in. We could hear them screaming just now. If you could hear what they were saying, they'd probably find a couple of bot. So, but the point is the energy is there.
You know what's crazy? They won that pistol, and I literally said to you, Pilsky, I said, why are you standing up? I was like, this game looks like it's over. Like, it's so hard to get energy in that situation. But they were exactly right. That's exactly what they needed, I feel like.
Especially in the beginning. They had a couple rounds, 3 rounds, but it was all heroics.
Yeah,
I mean, they were down 10-2 at the half. This comeback was phenomenal. It was spearheaded by some big multi-frags. I think Niz had a 4K, Opinia had a 4K, and those are the kind of big plays to get the boys fired up. And Sharper is a team that thrives off momentum. If you could see these guys on stage, I think we catch some of it on the camera, but after every round they win, they stand up and talk smack to the other team. Like, it's a superpower of theirs. And honestly, they brought that momentum all the way back to a win against KRX, which I think is going to be really important heading into the third map of this series, because I'm a little bit concerned about Sharper's Sunset in comparison to KRX. But when you have this much momentum off the back of a massive comeback there on a set on the defensive side, I think honestly it's going to help them a lot coming into the third map here.
Yeah, we also had some crazy multi-kills. I feel like it's not in the fashion that we would have wanted, but it did help them carry through a little bit here into the second half.
I mean, we see this here. The 2 rounds that they won on their attacking half are because somebody popped off here. You see it where they just take over the game with the 4Ks. This one from Niz is fantastic. It really gets them every round, and that becomes so important. It's clear the flow of the game isn't going for them. It's hard to attack into this map, in this kind of compositional matchup. So these times you could steal away the rounds are just insanely important.
Oh,
and
this clutch.
It's nuts.
Oh, those are sick.
And we know
that
the
was
Thai players are
game-changing.
good for it.
That clutch, that last clutch right there, I think was a little bit of a game changer there, where things started to change in terms of the mental.
Yeah.
Yes, this is why I think Sharper are a really scary team. They have solid game plans. They knew that their defense was strong, but then you add onto that the individual ability to steal away rounds, have these big pop-off moments. It means you become so hard to beat, and I think they really showed that here.
I mean, it's just a classic Thai aimers clip. Honestly, if you just took Thailand and you rinsed it out, what Laz just did is what would come out, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, just ridiculous talent just flowing out of all of these players. I've said it for so many years, even pre-Valorant. Like, honestly, Thailand has just got such sharp FPS players that the talent is ridiculous.
Poo one tap. They started off at a really good start here.
AKA Psychopath.
Psychopath,
AKA
yeah.
a million other things. Sephiroth, AKA Furious, AKA this, AKA that. Guys, stop changing your names! Sorry. Anyway.
It keeps it kind of fresh for us. Keeps you guessing, like, who's this player?
He's got 2 different
Do I already know
pages.
him?
Like, he literally didn't tell anybody. He just decided to change his name, and then they've just changed. They've had to make a whole nother page for
If
the guy.
YM did tell us, I think we might have not known. We're like, oh, shoot, really? Is
They
that him?
just leave the scene, they come back. I'm a different person. I'm not that guy. I'm an analyst now.
I've reset my entire history in VCT. All right, Sunset is going to be the last map. I'm a little bit worried now because Sharper looked much better near the end of that Ascent, but they aren't great on Sunset.
No,
as we've seen so far.
They've been 0-2 on Sunset. They changed from the Phoenix comp, they got 13-1 on, to the Sage comp, which was a little bit better, to be fair, but still a loss against TFM. For KRX, a lot of these reps that we've seen have been when they were playing earlier with Flicker, so you can cut out at least half that sample size. They were playing triple duelists and this and that. Recently, we've seen them with the Yoru. It's been a little bit inconsistent, I would say, but the most recent loss was to Zeta. They got a win against Onside, and that Zeta loss was in all 24 rounds. It's an 11-13, and we all kind of hold Zeta in high regard for their Sunset.
Exactly.
So I think that KRX, in terms of the maps and the overall statistics, you favor KRX in the 3-map series over Sharper, given the way that the Vito's going. In terms of momentum, though, and the fact that Sharper just ground out that Ascent win after being down in a massive deficit, you probably favor Sharper to take this series.
I mean, I think I agree with you, to be honest. I don't think Sunset is a map that either of these teams particularly love. Nobody's feeling fantastic about this as a third. You know, we spoke to PTC and he said, yeah, we don't even like Sunset. He made that very clear to us after picking it in that first series, by the way.
Their veto choice was Summit or Sunset. They had to pick one of those. And these are the 2 teams they didn't play in, the 2 maps they didn't play in Challengers. So that's the way the veto goes.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting, I think. But I do think it's interesting that you think, did I hear that right? You think KRX has a worse chance than Sharper on
terms of momentum, in terms of
momentum,
maps
okay,
and stats, 100% KRX should take this series. They have the experience factor as well. I think that if Sharper wins some early rounds here and keep that same momentum flowing through from the last map, then they have a much better chance of winning this game. But if KRX comes out with some really good early rounds and they break that momentum and then they go into the fundamentals and how well drilled they are on Sunset, I think KRX just grinds this series out.
It's interesting. I think they definitely have momentum right now, but in terms of what they prepared so far, I'm not completely sold on Sharper right now.
Preparation. It's not about that. It's about you're on the stage, you're in the moment. We take a look at the comp. It's Sage versus Sage. What a day to be alive, people.
On the stage.
KRX,
about on the stage.
KRX have swapped away. They're not running this the Yoru anymore. I think they got a little bit spooked after that Zeta Division game. Freeing is across on the stage, and now HYUNMIN is on the Neon.
HYUNMIN Neon, this is crazy.
Wow.
This is crazy, actually.
KRX just keeps breaking all of their own established laws.
I'm terrified for KRX. The fact they're changing, big wall swaps coming into this for both Freeing and HYUNMIN. This is going to be hard to adapt to. Sharper, yes, they've not looked great on this map, but this is a comp they're so comfortable in.
This is very curious, really hard which to predict at this point, but I think we are going to get another close map either way for Sunset, just like Ascent. Hopefully not too much domination on the first half, so you don't get too comfortable to get ready to move to the next match. But let's see what happens. Of course, both of these teams want to qualify, and this is the map that's going to determine who is going to be going to playoffs, KRX or Sharper, as we send it back to our casters.
That's right, both sides looking for that quick, fast pass entry over to the playoffs. The other one goes down to the lower bracket. Who knows what happens then? It's just so funny that, you know, a couple of maps ago, Achilles was texting us saying, like, KRX predictors are eating good right now. And then now he's like, my bountiful feast hath spoiled. How are you feeling about this, though?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm very curious about this comp change for KRX. I mean, Sharper hasn't won on this map here yet. This has been an 0-2. They lost to both teams they played on it. They're not changing anything, so I have no idea. All I know is it's probably going to be defensive sided, is my guess. That's my guess.
That feels like a pretty educated guess.
And if it's not, that's fine. I'd rather, I mean, this is Pacific. We're attacker sided, darn it.
Gotta love that. But yeah, the Sages on both sides, and you gotta love how Big Time gets so excited for it, but it's only Freeing's 4th ever official appearance on this agent as well, and then HYUNMIN on the Neon too. Right now, though, at the very least, Sharper with Sun and Swings will get a decent amount of damage against Mako. A lot of space now towards Elbow as well.
Oh yeah, HYUNMIN. There's the relay bolt. I was gonna say, you're gonna have to use that, because that angle was given up a little too easily. But that's a good change here from Sharper. They're gonna try the other side. So they're gonna be able to avoid that util. Now you know as KRX, yeah, that they don't clear that recon, so they're just gonna ping pong till they can find their kind of free kill.
Sharper loves these, though. All the util already spent, but as soon as they try to get the quick entry, it's Mako and HYUNMIN getting a shot for themselves. PTC will relay forward. They get the kills, but now they have to go back to retrieve this spike, and in that time, Freeing and Young get close by.
And they can't deny the plant, though. As much as they wish they could.
Well, just toss a slow orb around generators just to try to keep them tucked in, but it does not deter Niz from peeking out wide from Elbow. Fantastic shots on the Sheriff to net Sharper, their 2nd pistol in this entire series.
Oh, they're starting to bring it together. I thought for a moment here that KRX had a chance to shut this down. Great job by Mako slotting in behind HYUNMIN, but oh, Bane trying to hide, trying to get into that smoke and got caught right as he was doing it. So another bad timing for the initiator of KRX.
It's pistol, they're standing up.
Dude, they're hyped up, like the desk was just talking about. The momentum's on their side, and they are going to try to ride that like a tidal wave.
Well, that's tidal wave. Wow.
You get me.
Achilles doesn't?
No, he does, but he doesn't appreciate it.
All right.
That's the problem.
You hear that, Seth? Anyway.
He just can't see my genius for what it is.
No, it's terrible.
I know. That's why I do it.
Oh, God. Well, both sides now are staring each other down as well. Off towards B, it's a similar approach from KRX. It's just a pistol, so they'll keep themselves contained in close range, trying to look for right clicks. HYUNMIN finds one through the smoke. Oh my God, and another!
Oh my God, okay, they get the gun juggled out of there.
And the relay bolts, but they get completely blinded up. They can't shoot what they can't see! Guns picked up now for KRX. No shot this is happening.
30 seconds
That
left.
was wild. What a timing there. The smoke was perfect. And then they can just spam it through. The gun barrel gave it away. Can Laz do anything about this? I mean, this should be undoable. This should be done.
It's just a Sheriff.
10 seconds left.
He's desperate though. We'll just try to go for it anyway. Maybe get an extra ult point, but nothing was found. What a round by KRX. It was a shot in the dark, but it paid off.
Well, they hide Oh, and that's a bandit too there, and it connects onto the head of a Pina. Oh my god, dude. That's why you spam smokes.
I'd like to send a support ticket to Riot Games. With this pistol.
Let's go.
That was around. I mean, but again, it's that gun barrel that gives it away for Sharper. So they're going to be on to what is not quite an complete eco. It's a hero rifle for Laz. But it's scary for the side of Sharper. I mean, like, things have gotten out of control already in a way. Feeling great winning that pistol. Now you're maybe going to lose players. Yep, HYUNMIN, good for the slide. He's going for the overdrive. Hello? Hello?
Down A.
And he's hunting down the last one! Completes the Predator ace, KRX. Now they'll get their chance to stand up and pop off.
Crazy play from him. A rare whiff from our observers.
Is that Prius?
Yeah. Dang it, I knew eventually he'd rear his ugly head.
One enemy remaining.
Incredible.
Spike down A.
I mean, why not? I like this. I love this kind of confidence play. Just win the round. I see too many neons. There you go. Stand up, let him know. Give it back to him. I see way too many neons too scared to use their overdrives, and it drives me crazy.
It's round 3. It's incredible. That's it, though. Now we'll have our first real round. Both sides with the full buy. Sharper close by towards B main. Let's have a listen in with them.
โดนปั๊มอยู่มันยังไม่เข็ดเลยมันเปิดเป้าหรอเข็ดแล้วกับทิ้งอ่ะไว้ไปจบกลางกันปะเอาบอลมากลางขวานะอายุการไม่ก็ลงมันติดแถบหน้าบีมันติดแถบหน้าบีพังดิเหรอได้กูพังได้ประตูปิดใช่ปะปิดเดี๋ยวกูแกล้งวอบีไม่เป็นไรโดนกลางหลบไว้กูยิงเองหลบจะแกล้งควานซ้ายแล้วเราไปที่หมดนะโอเคเอาขวาอยู่ทีมไหนทีมขวาเนาะกูดูซ้ายคอนมาโอ้หรือคอนคิดว่าคอนบัฟนำไม่ได้
The patience. Sharper waits out a lot of that util. Now HYUNMIN has the bad news.
Just kind of happy to let KRX spend all their info gathering utility. Added a bit more pressure out towards market with the doors being broken down.
30 seconds left.
Wall off Boba, so trying to look for that entry into sight. Last with the lurk finally shows off his location. But still, though, up around the site itself, it's a Cades, it's a shock dart. It's a poke from KRX just to try to throw off their positioning, but the spike gets planted nonetheless.
It's going to take Mako forever to get back over. He has so much to clear on the map.
PTC's marking middle as well. Oh, and Laz off the one panel dropped. Will be able to find the first kill. PTC to swing off onto the next. Young now starting to make his approach, but the spike is ticking away ever so slightly, so time to call it quits. KRX will make it a save instead.
Yeah, this is really good stuff from Sharper, toying with the info gathering util of KRX. Just showing only the Cypher in mid to the drone doesn't give you much as KRX. You have no idea what that means because it could just be a lurk. There could be a setup behind it. The door's not broken until they're ready to make their move. And then HYUNMIN thinking that he's going to have a moment to get over for the rotation, but that space had been scaled through. And again, as well, the recon dart was waited out by Sharper before they pushed through with numbers. Just a really good work of the map there up mid. Beautiful round from PTC and company. Made it so difficult for KRX to read what was going on. So they're going to look at what they're doing. They're like, we can't have that happen again. Also, at the beginning of that round, okay, hold the phone. Young's dead.
Oh. Yep. Oh my god, the wall bang. Quick entry. Quick flood back in from KRX too, though. I mean, thanks to that positioning by middle, so it might have been an adjustment from the previous round, but now they're not expecting PTC right into the corner. 2 shots found, a trade from Niz. It's Mako left, and he's tucked tail and turned away.
Okay, so now maybe I have a short chance to talk about this. There was something interesting at the very beginning of the previous round. round 4 when we did the listen-in. Young faked his trip. Hold on, Mako can win the fight. Okay, so he's gonna keep the gun for now. But it was kind of neat because it baited out a shock dart from Sharper because they were close enough that they could hear it being placed, and he immediately called it back as the shock dart was coming out. Kind of a neat little piece of tech that we didn't get to talk about because we were listening to the comms, but something that I think fans at home should take note of because it was kind of a neat little play, even though it didn't amount to anything.
We'll just kind of appreciate it, but you know, it does at least draw out his position or where the whole team might be, because Sharper, right now at the very least, tending to just work with each other shoulder to shoulder, creeping into sites. Because one of the issues that they faced, you know, on Ascent or maybe even on Haven was always, you know, they get picked off, the op players freeing as a jet, not wanting to lose numbers advantage to any more of these plays any longer. They will stick close. Timeout early called by TermI now.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely a good time to call a timeout. Would have liked to seen these sooner, frankly, on Ascent. So trying to get in there, trying to get them situated. It's tough because it's been really different looks that Sharper's throwing at you. I mean, part of the concern in a way, you could talk about the fact that as KRX, you're going to have a lot more info on this map for anti and things like that, like some stuff you can try, like you're stealing their comp essentially as well. But two of the other things that can work against you there is because you're using their comp, they know what's going on. And two, it's kind of one of those things where like teams sometimes kind of slowly but surely figure out what's wrong and start correcting that and start getting a better read on how to play the map and how to play the comp. And that could be what's going on right now for Sharper. Well, probably is.
Could be. I mean, they've been put through quite a bit for all the 3 series that they're running through in this play-ins. Takes them a bit of time, but when they finally get there, oh boy. KRX, though.
I think he was supposed to land on that wall. Yep.
All right.
That was supposed to be a timing setup.
It's getting pretty late. Considering that
Awkward
KRX
now, but at least Sharper isn't really
is on the third map when I thought they would be
either.
done by the
there we
second
go.
map. I was hoping to get a catch on Nongshan versus T1, but unfortunately I'm pretty
Hopefully that
tired.
worked a little faster, maybe. Still gets a little damage. So at the end of the day,
I gotta
too bad, but the smoke
get some
He's
sleep.
playing ahead of it as well. Sharper, though, wise to it.
Yeah. After this round, that'll be it.
Now freeing us the next one up to try to slow things down. May not happen though. PTC up into elbow. Stays tucked away as well. He wants his team to try to bait out the
They're gonna
attention.
re-clear elbow, and they're gonna die.
HYUNMIN tries to clear the corner, but
Both of them.
caught red-handed instead.
Stun miss.
Down A.
Hit by a flash this time now, and the trades are
gets
not
one.
available for
Come
on,
KRX.
VP.
The round flashed past. It's just Young, and he has no
He's gonna
choice
save.
but to save.
All right.
it's just crazy
gonna
how
save,
good
right?
Sharper is
Is he
at
gonna
stopping
retake
like aggressive plays.
by himself? This could be the
And, you
greatest
know,
clip
with
of all
the
time.
attempt at walling Mako up to get the window view, and then him trying
They
to
said
then
he's just
cut
gonna
across
save.
that gap in the smokes that he leaves. Apinia just reads it perfectly, and then they're ready for those players pushing out towards elbow. I assume this is going to be a save for Young, given their money.
I mean, I
And-
guess that's
Yeah,
one of
he's
those
gonna
things, you
save.
know, you talked
Alright.
about, like,
You sure
stealing
everybody
your
that
opponent's
much?
comp, and Sharper
I'll
kind
see
of
y'all in the next one.
anticipated as well. Apinia